They are not coming tonight. For various reasons.
They hate you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do they hate you or something? Or they hate me? Or
My macho head games. That's what it is. But
You would have to be macho for that to happen, Wes.
that's true. But
Wow.
well, you know what they say, male pattern baldness is caused by an excess of testosterone.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
So
Leaving your body? Is that what it is?
No.
Testosterone leaving
no, it's
your
too
body?
much inside and it scares
Yeah.
the hair and
Right,
they jump
exactly.
out. They're like, this man is too manly for me.
Right.
I must
See?
leave.
See?
All this feminine
Yeah.
hair is jumping out of my head.
Right.
so, Les, am I looking at is the base the pegboard?
Base, yeah. So your position is actually
Well, he's up here.
Yeah, he's up here. You know what? I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move camera 3 to a position where we can, so he can see a better. I think of what's going
What, the
on.
ceiling?
Yeah, really. No kidding.
A lot of things happening on the ceiling tonight.
I
All
don't know
right.
about y'all, but I'm getting dizzy.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, that dust war.
All right, and you see, if you look down, you can see the rest of the party is down there, and that's what that other camera is looking at. But you're still up above them on the battlements. So that camera, that you're on camera 3.
So Doug, are you gonna join us or are we gonna join you?
Well, so that's
Wait, let me talk, okay.
Well,
we're in the
no,
middle of something.
go ahead. What you were gonna do. Players are always right.
Since when?
Doug,
This is gonna end.
is your
This is gonna
intention
end badly.
or is your intention to have us join you?
Remind me of where we are. What's going on? Because I have a general idea.
We had all jumped down and were chasing down the runners from before
Right.
and defeated them / captured them.
Well, so yeah. So you're down in the courtyard where the flaming pole is.
Right.
There was one this Cesyll, who was the woman that you guys talked to. She was the chief constable of Fort Hailstone. You guys hadn't seen her in Fort Hailstone until just a little bit ago, where she came and basically like jumped down and tackled, I think you or something.
No,
like that.
That was Luke.
Luke,
It was Luke's character. Okay. Tackled
I jumped
him,
afterwards.
knocked down, and so the rest of you guys sort of came piling out over the thing, jumping
Yes.
down into the courtyard. You managed to surround her and essentially capture her. At which point she said, "All right, I surrender. I'm sorry. Don't kill me."
No.
And that's kind of where we stopped last
They
time.
made me do it.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
know if she actually said they made me do it.
Well, no,
Yeah,
but she's over by the fountain, and there's still bodies of those Mwangi guys are still around they're still on the ground. So basically she's just standing there, and that's kind of where we stopped last time. Was you guys had captured her, she threw down her weapons.
We were deciding what to do with her, I think.
Yeah, and you hadn't decided what to do with it yet, but she's like, "Don't kill me. It wasn't my fault. I did everything I could, but it wasn't my fault." And that's basically where she's coming from. So, Doug, you're still up on the battlements. Everything's pretty much dead up there. There's nothing up there that you guys think, but I think
Okay.
I don't know that you guys
Her
went
room
up.
has not been investigated yet.
Well,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I got a feeling that I made a decision that I couldn't really assist because the party was down on the lower level, that everything had been cleared out on this level, and I really was not, or am not, in a position to really give much assistance.
well, did you guys? Well, you could jump off the battlements down in there.
Again, I'm not trying to say that I just, I really do have a thinking that the party was just going after this, and then I was watching from the butt with my my bow nocked, or an arrow nocked.
I'm watching from the balance.
Yeah, it's
Right.
kind of, it happened very quickly.
Right,
The other thing is you guys haven't gone into, or nobody's, so the last attack you did was you had a bunch of guys come
Right.
down the stairway at you
This spiral staircase.
and attack you from that room. But I don't think that you guys have gone up.
no, and that was one of the things that I was saying that, that I was going to do. But I'm not, I mean, I sure as hell don't want to, go in there. I mean, unless I'm pretty sure it's empty.
Well, no more, the door's standing open and no more creatures have come out.
Yeah.
So you're not sure if it's empty or not, but
So-
it's like a perfect opportunity to split the party.
Yeah, I can imagine that. So is the combat done on the lower level?
We are out of initiative, yeah.
For the moment, yeah.
So what am I looking at? I mean, am I just looking at the rest of the party, looking up at me, or?
Well,
We're
they're
talking
actually,
to this woman.
they're talking to the woman that attacked, not Tavian, but whatever his character's name is. And so they're all looking at this woman right here. Can you see that? So, oh, well,
Oh,
it's kind of
Belle.
twisted. So that's her right there. So that's Cesyll. That's Chief Constable Cesyll.
The one that the camera one is on.
You can see it's this one.
With his
See my
finger.
The
Yeah.
picture left of on this way.
Well, it's not.
We don't know what order his is.
Yeah, we don't know what horse this is. But yeah, so you guys are down in, this is in the courtyard. There's Elib, there's Jax, here's Cesyll, Chief Constable Cesyll. There's a couple of dead guys, and then Bella is, oops, I just moved her. Bella is over here. And then
Grady's back there.
Grady is back here. He was like guarding the back room. I'm not 100% sure.
Just making sure nobody come up.
Nobody come up behind. Okay. So you're up here, which is above them. So this here is down here.
Got it.
You're here. That room that the creatures came out of is right there, sort of up on this thing. And as far as you know, there's a couple of dead scooms kind of scattered about that you guys that came out and attacked. And one of these scooms was very big and had, powers, magical powers. So, I mean, you guys put those down. No one else has come out of there. That door that's right there. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of a weird place.
I do. I see it.
Did you go through it?
No, I did not.
I don't think he has because I haven't peeled the thing.
No,
Oh, okay.
he opened the door to go check it out, and that's when they came out and
Gotcha.
he ran away and
He chickened out.
he
ran
hid so he
away.
could run up there afterwards.
Okay, so, I'm gonna, if the party is talking, I'm gonna listen as best I can. But, but then
Well,
I'm
you're
gonna,
here,
when they stop talking and they look up at me, I'm gonna call down to them, hey, give me a minute. And I want to make sure that there's nothing going on behind us here.
Gotcha. Okay. Can do.
Okay, so if you're gone longer than 5 minutes, should we come look for you?
He's probably.
Well, I mean, gee whiz, I will call down to give me a chance to search. I mean, it may take me 10 minutes,
Okay.
But
10
if you hear,
minutes, okay.
if you hear screaming, well, then you'll know that something's wrong. Yeah.
Okay,
All right, that was just me.
So, but
the last before you
I
attack,
don't-
you cast silence.
I mean, I do not anticipate that this is gonna take long. I just want to make sure that we're not leaving in anything behind us or behind, that kind of jazz.
Okay,
Never leave your buddies behind. That's the motto of these guys.
Okay, so,
Phrasing.
yeah,
oh no, he said it right. Les,
Yes.
run with Doug for a while.
All right. So Doug, what do you want to do? You want to go up into that room?
I do.
Do you guys
Now-
want to move this guy, or do you want me to move this guy, or do you want
We can move this guy.
the psychic?
Well, I can't move my guy.
Okay. That's true. That would be.
Do you want us to go away while you do this, Doug?
Well, no, we can role play it anyway. I'm playing my character as lawful as I can get, so it's not like I'm gonna.
Awful evil.
So
You
only
don't know
some
that.
items will keep.
You don't know that.
I know.
No, I just told him.
I can role play. I just know you're up there.
Okay.
Okay, so first off, I want to make sure that you understand that I have detect magic going.
All right. Got it.
All right, and so I'm gonna assume that there's no traps or anything else like that. I can't detect them anyway.
Right.
That's a,
So I,
that's a good assumption. No, so you go in there. So basically, this is a it looks like a small apartment. It's got a double bed, a couple of chests of drawers. There's a small table with a couple of stools. There is a big steel safe with the door standing open in the corner. There's a fireplace in the other corner, which is cold. The shutters of 3 windows that look out onto the battlements have been torn off, and it smells a lot like brine in here. You can smell this. There's a very strong smell of salt water in this room.
all right. Something tells me that I saw, I looked in here once before and I saw a glint of magic behind a book, or like kind of glowing from inside a bag or something like that.
Not in this room.
Not this room, it was a different room.
Yeah, it
different
was a
room.
different room.
All right.
In this room, you pan
We were
above
with
it
it then.
and you don't see any magic initially. And then as you pan by the safe, you realize that so when you look at the safe, which naturally sort of draws your attention.
Well, sure. If I'm looting, yeah.
Look
that
at it,
draws
and
my attention.
there's a bunch of stuff on the floor in front of the safe. It looks like somebody opened the safe and then sort of clawed things out of it and onto the floor. And you can see that some of the stuff on the floor is sort of scattered about. In this case, weirdly, there are a couple of bags on the floor, one of which is partially open and has disgorged some silver coins that have been basically left on the floor. So there's a couple of bags like that on the floor in front of the safe. In the back of the safe, you see something radiating magic, but from where you are, you don't see exactly what it is. It's small, whatever it is.
Safe's open.
The safe is open.
The
Yeah.
safe is open. All right. First thing I'm going to do
Mhm.
is grab the little pouches
The
that are
bags?
on the floor, the little bags, which I at the moment assume are filled with coin. And I'm
They
just
are.
going to,
There's 4 bags filled with coins, all silver, and it looks to be about between 100 and 150 coins in each bag, unless you take the time to count.
all right. No, I'm not trying to, I want to just take those and toss them on the landing just outside the door.
All right, they fly. You misjudge the toss, and they fly over the banister, bounce a couple of times, and then go over the edge of the battlements outside.
Yeah, that's about right.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
They land with a clank.
You slightly
Yeah.
misjudge and throw it 80 feet
Yeah. Like I'm going to do that.
as opposed to 10.
Yeah. Like I've got the capability of doing that. Okay. So, the
Don't know my
four,
words.
4 pouches of coin are just out there on the outside of the door. Okay.
Yep.
So then, I want to get down and I want to collect this paperwork, because I'm not going to take time to read it and all that other kind of stuff, but collect it all, kind of put it neatly in a stack or whatever, and then walk it out to the landing and drop it next to the pouches of coin. All right. Then I'm going to turn back around. I'm going to, before I, go heinously and get to the magic item in the safe, what else is in this room? You mentioned there's a credenza.
Yeah, there's a couple of chest of drawers. There's a bed. There's a small table with a couple of stools next to it. Everything looks like it has been, well, I would say, so the first phrase that comes to mind is thoroughly searched.
Okay.
But it's more than that. It looks like it has been torn apart.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
the covers are ripped, the pillows are ripped up, and there's feathers around the table. The stuff on the table has been knocked off the table, and the table knocked over. Both of the stools are knocked over. It looks like someone was in here looking for something that they were growing increasingly angry about not finding.
Okay. So yeah, it's just been completely ransacked.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Hey, Libby, I'll take you home.
all right. So then I'm going to go in. I have dark vision,
Okay.
and I want to peer into the safe.
Okay.
Maybe
Well, it is daytime, so you don't have to necessarily use your dark vision, and the windows are open, so there is light streaming into this room. It's reasonably well lit.
I just want to see what get an idea of what this magic item or this item that's glowing magic, what it is.
Well, you can see it in the back. It's on one of the lower, it's not a lower shelf, but like sort of it's not on the top shelf, it's like on a sub shelf. And it's it's immediately becomes obvious to you why whoever was tossing this room didn't see it. It's a wand and it's rolled flat against the very back of the safe, like it's in the corner between the shelf and the back wall of the safe, and sort of laying there in that corner. But it's that's what's radiating magic is a
So
wand.
it's safe to say that the only reason he knows it's there is because of his great detect magic.
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
otherwise it would have been difficult to spot.
Mhm.
All right, so with a gloved hand, I'm gonna reach in there and grab it.
Okay. It radiates magic. If you want to take a moment and concentrate a bit for a couple of seconds, you will realize that it radiates divine magic.
Okay. All right.
There's
So
only a
I'm-
couple other things in the safe. One is a ring of iron keys, and there's maybe a dozen keys on it, and it's just sitting on the top shelf.
I'll take that.
The other thing is it looks like about a 4-inch by 4-inch cube of something wrapped in like waxed paper. So it's about the size, I guess maybe about the size of a Rubik's Cube. But whatever it is, it's wrapped in paper that's been covered with wax or some sort of oil to sort of keep it from sticking or something like
It's a
that.
cheese ball.
It might be
Okay, well, I'll grab that too. Gloved hand.
okay. The paper crinkles when you grab it. You can feel that there's something inside. It's solid, but it's not solid like it's a rock. It's solid. It does have some compression ability. You can
Okay.
squeeze it. It's not a lot. I mean, you can't squeeze it into a little ball or anything like that. It retains its shape. But
Well, yeah, I'm
uh,
gonna bring
not a
all
rock.
this back. Okay, I'm gonna bring all this back to the, okay.
Okay.
All right, so I take all of this and I'm making a little pile outside the door. So put it outside the door,
okay.
go back in, pretty
Okay.
much. Do I mean,
Off the rest of the place.
yeah, but I mean, yes, I guess in
All
a
right.
word, a
You
minute.
don't find anything else that you would deem to be of value. There's a couple of things in here that indicate that this may be the apartment of somebody who is important here. Maybe the magistrate, maybe this is the chief constable's apartment. This high up on the battlements, it's probably the chief constable or something like that. It's fairly well appointment, although you're thinking that it might be the magistrate because there's not a lot of feminine touches in this room, and obviously Cesyll, the chief constable, is a woman, but there's nothing that would indicate that a woman specifically lives here.
Okay,
So your guess is that you don't find
Libby, is that
anything-
sexist?
huh?
What?
Libby, is that sexist?
I wasn't paying any attention. to it.
Okay. I guess it's not then.
Yeah, we're okay. The only other thing that you find.
Tracer has her hand
I
up.
like how nobody asked me.
I was gonna say Tracy has her hand up.
Was it sexist?
Was it sexist, Tracy?
I wasn't listening either.
yeah,
So, I mean, it's not sexist. I mean,
just get on with it.
women's apartments are different from men's apartments, right? Men's apartment have a chair and a TV. Women have a lot of flowers and those live life love kind of things on the wall and pictures of cats and stuff like that, right? That's not sexist. All right, carrying on with the game. So Doug, the only other thing you find, and you don't find anything else of worth, everything else has been sort of tossed or broken or that kind of stuff. But you do, I mean, there is a lot of sort of water around here. And you take a moment and you stick your finger in it and maybe taste it a little bit.
It's salt water.
It's salt water.
Yeah, it's brine.
It's brine, and the whole place smells like brine.
Any indication of where the
Right.
any indication of where that brine came from? Was it teleported in or?
You guys are 1,000 leagues from the nearest ocean,
Yeah.
Came from the brine
so
store.
you don't know.
Can't be that far. We're using leagues rather than miles.
Well, it's far. I'll get the map. I'll bring that map out. We'll talk about it. I swear to God.
Here comes the map.
Getting the map.
Anytime you measure in leagues rather than miles, it's next to an ocean.
Leagues, miles, it's all Greek.
Let's go to the map.
All right, let's go to the map. All right,
It's
so
actually Roman.
here you guys are. here-ish.
Yep.
Okay, Lake Incarnate is a freshwater lake.
How do we know that?
How do you know it's a freshwater lake? Because it comes, freshwater fish come out of it.
Okay.
Conqueror's Bay in Nidal
Is the closest.
is the closest, so I guess
That's
it's
pretty
not,
far.
it is far,
That's
so I
pretty
mean,
far.
look at the scale. This much is 420 miles. So yeah, so you're talking about probably 600 miles.
All right.
Nearest saltwater.
That's pretty far as the adventurer wall.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a bit of a haul for a fish guy.
I'm sure he had a small child carry a bucket for him.
Right.
You there, bring my bucket of brine. You look like the brine boy. You look like a bucket of shit.
Oh, Brian boy.
But yeah, so I mean, that's the other weird thing. I mean, you guys have met and killed guys who are obviously Mwangi.
Yeah,
The Mwangi expanse is even farther than the ocean.
right.
Uh,
We've
so,
also killed things that are obviously from the ocean
yeah.
downstairs that
Well,
aquatic.
the Scoons are an aquatic race.
Right.
They are ocean based. They are saltwater based, which means they are very friggin' far from home. Now, you guys don't know as much about Scoons. It's possible they can live in freshwater, but you guys have
We don't.
never heard of a freshwater Scoon. This is something that sailors talk about, not fishermen.
Right.
But the Mwangi expanse is even farther than that.
Further away. Yeah.
I mean, it's
Okay.
across the inner sea.
So if I am satisfied, there's nothing else in this room
Mhm.
of value.
That's fine. It takes a couple of minutes, but yeah.
All right, so I go outside, I have a sack, I'm placing all these items, including the coin and all that, you
Okay.
know, in the sack. And
Got it.
down I go,
Bonus.
go back to the thing, there is no other room, was this the only room?
Yes, it's the
in that
only
tower.
room. So yeah, essentially it is an elevated room that's above, that sort of like rises above the battlements. It's the only thing.
All right,
Room with a view.
So, all right, while he's doing this, you guys are downstairs in the courtyard.
Torturing her.
Are we going straight to torture?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Jackson and Elam were like, Elam, tear her off. Jackson's like, tear her off.
Just one.
And
Well,
two with that.
she's thrown down her weapons and
That's
she's
fine.
standing there and she's like, look, and she seems contrite. She's like, look, I'm sorry. I did what I was forced to do. I
I did
didn't
that.
ask for this. They came and they made me do this.
How did they force you to do it?
They told me that they would, they told me that they would kill me if I didn't continue to pretend that there was nothing wrong here at the fort. I've been here trying to figure out how to alert the town that something is very wrong here. But they haven't let me leave. I've been a virtual prisoner.
And who are they?
I don't know. At first, it was the yellow witch. I don't know her name. She came here with all of with documents from the count that said that she was going to be, that I was supposed to answer to her. These were all signed, sealed by the count. I didn't know what to do. So but she didn't tell me her name. She just like gave me orders. And basically the orders were pretend as if nothing's happened. Then the next thing I know, go ahead.
I described the witch from the insane asylum.
That's her.
That's her.
That's her. No, wait, that's not her. No. Which witch are you talking about? Are you talking about the bag lady?
Yeah.
No, not her. She's like, no. This woman dressed all in yellow. She was small, dark skinned, but not Mwangi.
We did not see her.
You did.
In the insane asylum?
No, at the ambush in the alley. Remember the zombies with the yellow eyes?
Yeah, okay.
She was giving them orders.
Okay.
She disappeared.
Right.
When the fight went bad, she vanished. So if you remember her and describe her, Cesyll will be like, that's her. I don't know her name. She came in here. She had all the appropriate documents from Lowell's. It was odd, but I report directly to the count.
Right.
And so
And if you got documentation saying, do what she says.
I've gotten orders from the count in this way before. It was odd, but I didn't think anything of it. but then she started doing all kinds of things. The first thing that she did was to stop paying the constables. Well, eventually they began to drift away. They left, and some of them, well, I hate to admit it, but some of them got into scuffles with her.
Well, yeah, okay.
And you saw you saw the creatures on the battlements. She turned them into zombies.
Hey, when was the last time you saw her?
Early this morning. So it's about 11 a.m. You guys came here at like 9 a.m. to like bust in. At least that's my recollection. Is that your recollection as well?
Yeah.
It's about 11 now. She said last I saw her was early this morning, about 3 a.m. She was in the courtyard giving orders to the Mwangi in polyglot. I don't speak polyglot, but I recognize it when it's spoken. So she was talking to the Mwangis in Mwangi, in polyglot, which is what the Mwangi speak.
Okay.
But I couldn't understand what she was talking about. And she's only talked to them in polyglot. And I'm not allowed to,
And that was this morning.
this morning about 3 a.m. Yeah.
And the attack
Right
in the
here, people
alley though was a
standing.
couple of days ago, wasn't it? Or yesterday?
Late last night, probably
Yesterday, yeah.
midnight-ish last night. So yesterday.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe
How often do you normally see her?
I only see her if she needs something. She'll come to me, she'll tell me what she needs, and I do it. Because once things started to change, the Mwangi showed up, the fish guys started showing up. The regular constables left. She told me that I was supposed to keep up appearances and that it would be the price of my life if I didn't follow her orders. And I frankly believed her. And because she had killed several of my guys.
Have you ever seen or met Matthew McConaughey?
So you described Matthew McConaughey. She's like, man, I haven't. It seems like maybe somebody I've seen in town, but I couldn't tell you who he
But
is.
you've never talked to the guy.
No.
Does he have a limp?
He would say, all right, all right, all
Yeah,
right.
it's the
And have a
animal,
limp.
He does now, Bella. He feels a little swollen. Yeah, she's like, I don't. I think I've seen the guy around town. He's sort of a. She's like, if I recall correctly, he's had a couple of run-ins with the constables, but this was months ago. And it's
So
a little shit.
He's been around for a long time.
As far as I know, yeah. I mean,
The Yellow Witch has only been around for
week and a half.
week and a half.
Does she come by herself or does she could bring anybody
She
with
came
her?
by herself from Iris Hill.
Okay.
From the counts thing. It was a little, she came here, so it was a little longer than a week and a half, so probably about 2 weeks ago. She arrived here at Fort Hailcourse, Hailcourse? I can't remember. Halitosis.
Halitosis.
That's easy to remember.
About 2 days before the count left Iris Hill.
So she was here when the count was still here,
Yes.
and then the count left.
And then the count left about
Do
day
you
and a
know
half.
of any secret ways to get into the count's home?
Secret ways? No, I mean, I always go through the main, I mean, there's a.
Yeah, but
So-
as a constable,
so
you
I-
may know of,
Iris Hill is more, it's not a castle, it's more of a fortified manor house.
right? And there may be a secret escape route.
If there is, I don't know about it. The only way I've ever went is through the gatehouse. Now, it's not there's not a wall around Iris Hill, but there is a large hedge.
Line of sight and hedge, okay.
Well, there's a big hedgerow. Imagine like bocage in France, World War II. Those
Right.
kind of hedges, which are very thick, very brambly, been growing for decades.
Breaks.
Yeah,
Natural, that's why they're there.
yeah, there's a
Not to impede tanks, but.
there's a thick hedge that goes all the way around Iris Hill. So keep in mind that Iris Hill, so it's like, do you want to turn that to face this? So Iris Hill is sort of shaped like this.
But googly eyes?
You guys see the whiteboard?
I see your crotch.
Yes.
There you go.
Stop staring.
Sorry, okay.
All right, now I'm feeling a little queasy. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
off here now.
So if you look at Iris Hill from like a distance, this is some fairly flat area, but it has actually a hill, right? And so the fortified manor house is actually on the top of it, so you have to approach from below. There's a hedge that goes all the way around it and sort of surrounds the area. Imagine a typical medieval keep. In which you have a wall around it. In this case, the wall is not of stone, it's of hedge.
Right.
Thick.
Now, there's one area where there's a road that.
Well, yeah, so there's a road that comes up from the south. Yes, from the south. And there's a gatehouse like right here. Now, it's not very big, but it's the traditional pass-through. Then there's a couple of buildings inside. Various outbuildings kind of thing. And then there's the manor house, which is in the rear of the area. There's a couple of buildings, some are one floor, a couple of these are 2-floor buildings. The manor house itself is it's much larger. It's sort of shaped, it's sort of like a U-shaped building, so it kind of looks like this. Like a U. Yeah, like a U. Thanks, man.
The ute, it's a ute.
It's a ute
It's a
and it's 3 floors, but the top floor is sort of an attic area, which she'll tell you. She's like, it's an attic and it's for storage and things like that. So but it's large 2 floors. And then I think this floor, this is 2 floors, this is 2 floors, this is 1, and then this is 2 plus, got the attic. But this is the gatehouse that's always guarded, and this is who processes. This area, the pass-through is like wide enough for a wagon to get through,
Okay.
but no much more than that. And then this whole area is everything that surrounds it is a big, thick hedgerow, essentially. It's probably 10 to 15 feet thick of like dense hedge with thorns. Very daunting.
Hedge stuff.
Yeah, hedgery.
Hedgery.
Shrubbery.
Hedge guys.
It's a shrubbery.
It's a shrubbery.
But that's, yeah, so that's Iris Hill. That's basically the basic layout of Iris Hill. She's like, as far as ways in, ways out, she goes, there may be some sort of underground secret way out. I don't know it. The only time that I've gone to, on those times that I've gone to Iris Hill, I always go through the main gate. And I'm always met at the main gate by several guards, usually 4 to 6. Now, these are not constables. These are the Count's own guards. So there's a different group of people.
They remain, or are they gone also and being replaced by these Moans?
I haven't been allowed up there. The Yellow Witch has kept me in Fort Hailcourse. We talked the other day. Yesterday. You guys came to the
Yesterday.
Yeah, and basically I haven't been allowed to leave since the Yellow Witch arrived, other than on a couple of occasions very early on. But I've been stuck here for easily the last 10 days. And I've watched my guys either be killed or escape. And I thought about escaping myself. But I've been a loyal subject of the Count for well over a decade. And if the Count tells me that I'm supposed to listen to this woman, then I'm going to listen to her. I don't like it, but I don't question the order.
Would you agree that you should not be listening to her any longer? Or are you still taking orders from her?
She hasn't given me any orders in the last couple of days, other than to make sure that nobody comes in.
Are you still going to take orders from her, or are you done with her?
I'm done with her. I don't know what's going on.
That's
She's
a wise
for
choice,
everybody.
because otherwise Elib would have to
Look, I
attend to you.
I get it. I didn't want to turn you off. When you guys were here yesterday, I wanted to tell you what was going on. Because
Yeah, you didn't.
this is wrong, but I didn't because they
I
were here.
understand, but now you're done with that, right?
I'm done with that. She kind of looks around at the dead Mwangi. She's like, yeah, I'm done with that.
Okay.
What else can I do to help you?
I don't know. There's not a lot of help right now. You don't know of any other way other than marching right up the front to the gate there.
I mean, theoretically, if you could go in, like fly in or levitate in, that would work. I mean, the hedges are about 12 to 15 feet tall and about 12 to 15 feet wide. They're very thick. They're with thorns. If you were like just going to try and dig through them with your hands, you would be a bloody mess on the other side.
We need a druid.
Do we have a druid?
I am going to take one level of druid right now.
Is that allowed? Let me check the book on that.
Am I 5th level yet?
Not yet.
Says right here on my backstory, I always wanted to be a druid.
There we go. Now's your chance. The power of the woods compels you.
My next character is going to have dissociative identity disorder.
Okay, that'll make for a good role play.
So each of their
Persona.
identities will be a different class.
Wow.
And at the beginning of each session.
You'll decide which one you're gonna be.
decide-
I'm gonna have to check the rules on that one.
No, that would work.
I think so. All right.
Oh, yeah,
Roll a dice to see which one's the predominant one that time.
yeah.
That's a double-edged sword.
But basically,
Oh, yes, big time.
she'll say, look, the guy you killed up there was one of the leaders of the scoom, of the sea creatures. She doesn't call it a scoom. She's like the fish creatures or whatever. But there's more downstairs. And she says, have you seen the mirrors in various rooms?
One mirror so far.
It
And we
was on
covered
the,
it.
it was on the ceiling. Oh, no, that's a different room.
There are others. The yellow witch travels through those mirrors.
Travels through the mirrors. Can she travel through them if they're covered?
She's like, look, I'm a constable. I'm good at swords.
Well, roll your Arcana check. and Let us know.
I don't have a Arcana check. She's like, that shit should be on me. Another martini, sir?
No.
Okay. I understand and acknowledge your wish to not have another martini. So yeah, I mean, she's like, look, I'd like to help you. I just don't know. My loyalties are still to the Count. And as far as I know, this woman is the Count's representative, but she's done so many things here that I can't count those.
That are dangerous to the town, and
Some of my men are dead. Some of them are worse than dead.
some of them were undead for a while, but now they're dead.
Now they're, yeah, appropriately.
So that's worse than dead, is being undead.
She's brought in people and creatures that no business being.
Do they travel through the mirrors?
No, I don't know how they got here. She's like, look, the fish creatures was just one day, what?
The thing on top, no, here, at the map. The
Oh.
thing on top, is that there?
What do you mean? That's him. That's Doug.
Doug? Okay.
Yeah, that's Doug.
Dust war?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, she's like, it happened very abruptly. She's like, one day they weren't here, and then the next day there was a dozen Mwangi around here. She says, one day there was no fish creatures, the next day there were a dozen fish creatures. Now they have stayed below, down in the basement, quite a bit. If only because it's cooler. And they
Camper.
and I know that they've salted a lot of the water storage, that the water storage is down. So they've salted a lot of that water storage.
So that's kind of useless to you.
Well, yeah, I'm not drinking it, but she also gets a thoughtful look on her face, and says, that's not the only thing they have down there. And she looks a little sort of disgusted or sick to her stomach. And she says, we don't have traditional fish creature food here.
Okay.
There have been people that I've seen brought here to Fort Hailcourse that have gone down to the basement and never come back. And we're not bringing them food. There are cells down there. There have been instances where we have kept prisoners down there.
Could there be some still down there alive, or do they go down there, get chopped up, and that's it?
I don't know. I don't go down there. I've been forbidden. The yellow
The
witch.
yellow witch,
has said I can't go down there.
whom you now have said you will not follow anymore.
Correct.
Okay, so we want you to go down there and find out if there's anyone still alive down there.
By myself,
You'll be fine.
but the yellow witch is down there.
The yellow witch is down there.
That's where she lives. That's where she stays when she's not giving me orders and telling me what to do.
So she's not at the mayor's mansion, she's down in the basement.
Whenever she's here and she comes to talk to me, that's where she comes from.
And then you're sent down there?
No, she goes back down there with the Scooms and the Mwangi. I'm not allowed down there. She was very specific about that.
Right. So
I don't want to go down there by myself. I know there's Scooms down there. Maybe there's prisoners down there. I know they've taken people down there. I just don't
go
know.
out, go yell for Doug. You don't have to go far, just yell for Doug from here.
That's where, come on down.
Okay,
Okay.
So-
So
so
you
do we-
hear
Do
Grady
we
yell.
think that the townspeople that have been disappearing and what they've been eating?
Possibly.
Makes sense.
Well, once our companion joins us, you're gonna lead us down there. You will not go alone, but you're in front.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes, Tracy.
The yellow lady or whatever you want to call her,
Yellow
she's
Yellow
been
witch?
seen at, she's been seen at the other place also.
I don't know. So if you ask Cesyll, she doesn't know. She's been basically banned from leaving the Fort Hailstone for the last 10 days or so.
Right, but you
I'm-
said
I'm
something
the yellow
about her
witch.
being, about her being at the mayor's house or somebody's house.
The counts.
She
Count's
came back she came from the Count's castle.
Manor.
Manor bearing documents that said basically that she works for the Count. She should be given, basically the documents say she speaks with the Count's voice. And
But she came from from the basement.
No. She came from,
originally she came from Iris Hill where the Count lived.
right,
Okay,
just on the
that's-
road.
But
That's
she-
that was my thing. I was wondering if there was like an underground passage between the two. That's what I was,
She just,
never mind.
Cecil will tell you, she's like, look, I've lived in this place for a long time. There are no underground passages from here to Iris Hill. I guarantee that. The only way out of here from the basement would be through the drainage system. But she's like, the pipe is only this
that'd be
big.
stupid. No one would do that.
The
Yeah,
pipe is this
right,
big. You
right.
don't get through there. Nobody could get through there. Not even a halfling.
never underestimate the power of a halfling.
Don't let on.
Grease them up, send them through.
Okay, we're waiting for Death War.
so I show up.
Okay.
And
It's kind of like get down the stairs, but yeah, you get there.
yeah. So I'm gonna assume that you guys kind of just catch me up on what she has said. I said I found the following items upstairs.
One bag of coins.
No, I bring out all the coins. I didn't count them. I believe they're silver. There's some paperwork here, constable or whoever is trustworthy here. Again, I did not take the time to look this over.
Mhm.
What else did I bring down?
Oh, no.
There is here, and I produce the wand.
Okay.
That I said I took the time. I still have a gloved hand, but this radiates divine magic, of which I or Grady could use. That's all I know about it. I don't know spells or whatever it has. The coin, the paperwork. What else did I have a gloved hand on?
The little brick of something.
Oh, that's right. And so I don't know what this is. I haven't even opened it yet, but it's a
Listen to it.
cube.
Yeah.
It's a cube. And I I didn't open it. So,
So a cube, some papers, a couple of bags of coins. I wasn't listening completely. Did you give the wand or keep it?
no, I produce it. I mean, I said this is something,
Okay.
this is something I'd say in the presence of the constable here,
Right.
all I know is it radiates divine magic.
Mhm.
I did not detect evil on it. It's something probably I can probably find out what spells it has in it, but I didn't take the time for all that.
Okay.
Oh, I know what I forgot. This, I'd say, based on what you've just told me about people being downstairs, here's a ring of keys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, basically it's a non-magical ring of iron keys.
Right.
There's probably a dozen.
The cube. Does it
Mhm.
look like it could be opened?
Oh, yeah, just wrapping paper.
Oh, okay. Doug, show it to the constable. Do you know what this is?
I showed it to her.
She's like, I don't know what that is. I haven't seen that before.
Okay, but you know where the safe is upstairs.
You mean in the magistrate's apartment? Yeah, I know where the safe is. That's where they keep the pay for the constables.
Hey, Tracy. Yes. Tracy, do you want to open the
Yes.
cube?
Do I want to open what?
The wrapping around the cube?
Sure, why not?
I'm gonna step back. Hey, Les,
Yeah.
since we're all together now,
Mhm.
do I get the idea that if I concentrate more on this wand, I can tell what spells are in it?
Absolutely.
All right, well, that's what while they're doing their thing with the cube, I'm gonna step safely back. And then I'm gonna just determine what spells are in this wand.
Okay. While Tracy's opening the wrapping paper, I'm gonna step back away from it too.
Me too.
I know,
Everybody's stepping back.
I can feel the love.
Elif doesn't.
I'm leaning over curiously.
Elam's like, what the hell is this?
Right over your shoulder.
Elib loves me.
You look just not clever enough to realize that thing could be possibly dangerous.
Yeah,
All right,
I can see.
so
I can see that. Like, what was the name of that kind of cat that was on Captain Marvel? You know, that ate the Tesseract.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking's happening.
so do I just open it? Do I need to roll? And if I roll, what am I rolling?
Well, it's not locked or
With the
anything.
changes.
Just basically a small Rubik's Cube size something compressible wrapped in a
Okay.
couple layers of wax paper. It's not even tied. It's just
So-
wrapped up a little bit.
So unwrap the paper.
Okay,
Roll the paper.
Doesn't take long for you to unwrap it. You just peel it back a little bit. And inside is a cube essentially of this sort of purple. It's a purplish color, like almost lavender. And it's a cube and it looks like it's been formed because it's a little bit crumbly at the corners. You could break a piece off of it and sort of crumble it up a little bit. It has a very pungent, but not unpleasant smell to it.
Almost like a salt cube.
No, it's not granular.
It's not granular.
It's more like tofu,
Okay.
like that kind of consistency.
Okay,
You can break pieces off of it, but if you break a piece off, the rest of it stays more or less contiguous.
right.
It's got a dark lavender, light purple color to it, and frankly, the smell coming off of it is it's nice. It smells
I did.
spicy a little bit.
Okay.
Sort of.
This one tastes good on humans.
It's not. It doesn't smell chemically, but it's not organic smelling either. It's a bit metallic,
Okay.
but also spicy and heavily spiced. Your recollection when this smell hits your nose, you recall an instance in when you were a child and some travelers, some wandering hobbits came to your village and they cooked these incredibly spicy and fragrant dishes and cauldrons and stuff like that. And it's somewhat reminiscent of the smell of those dishes that are, very spicy and peppery and that kind of stuff. But underlying that is a somewhat metallic smell. It doesn't smell like
Okay.
anything like else. But it's, Bella, as you sort of like look at it, you can accidentally break off a corner of it, and then there's a piece, and it's somewhat squishy, but also crumbly. So you can break it into
Could it
pieces.
be like a spice?
It might be a spice. I don't know.
Catfish bait.
I think Les knows exactly what it
Do I-
is.
Do I,
Yeah, I
do I
think he does
have,
too.
do I have a small piece of it broken off, you said?
Sure. Yep, absolutely.
You are not, I'm okay, I'm not there.
You gonna eat it?
Yeah.
No, I'm sitting here wondering what it would do in that fountain.
You should eat it.
You should eat it.
There's a reason not to eat it, because Les says you should eat it.
You should try it. It's so tempting.
It's it doesn't Bella.
I was wondering, do we don't have any animals we could let lick it, do we?
Well, Elif.
I was gonna say.
What, Elib?
It doesn't seem appetizing
No.
to you. It doesn't. So Bella, it doesn't smell like it's inedible. You feel like you probably could eat it. It doesn't seem massively
What
appetizing.
should you? Is the question.
It's not something that you're like, oh, this looks delicious. Not like a mega Oreo. But it doesn't give off the vibe that you couldn't eat it if you wanted to. It doesn't look like poison.
Hey, Doug, put it back in your sack. We'll investigate more later.
Yeah, because we need a guinea pig, and I don't think I want to be it.
Okay.
Okay, let's head down to the basement.
All right.
She's first, followed by Elib.
However, I will, if I,
Down.
Les, what do I find out about the wand?
Oh, it is a wand of cure light wounds with 14 charges on it.
All right.
As we're going downstairs,
Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, so
Oh,
I come back to the group, 14 charges of cure light wounds. Grady, you want to hold on to it, or you want me to hold on to it?
Pardon?
I'm not injured, but I'm running out of spell.
I also.
Extremely injured. There you go.
Doug, are you injured at all currently?
No, I am not.
Tracy?
I don't think so. I don't remember being injured.
Hey,
We injured Tracy.
I'm I'm down to 83%, but I'm fine.
83%.
Well, it gives you a percentage
Where does that give you percentage?
The spreadsheet?
on the spreadsheet.
Wait.
Okay. He's down to
My damage is
83%.
4. I have 20 hit points left. Right below it, it says 83%.
Oh, it's really going down out there, isn't it?
Those are your sump pump.
Well, that's my other sump pump.
You have 2?
Yeah, we've been going like, my basement's been flooded twice. So we got a backup sump pump.
Oh,
That's the
man.
backup sump pump.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
It's not because the power's out. It's because the primary sump pump, it's just been working its little tail off for the last 4 or
Right.
5 days. I
Right.
mean, it's just blowing everything out of there, and it's just giving up the ghost. It's like it's 20 years old.
I'm
I'm
tired.
like, I'm tired. Yeah, the little float is like, I can't do it anymore. If I go in there and I poke it, it'll go off. But I forget.
Float's too tired to float.
Hey, Les,
Yeah.
while they're all hobnobbing, I detect poison on the stuff.
I didn't even know if the pump up works or not.
We don't
On
have
the
one.
cube.
Yes,
You got a walkout, you don't
Yeah.
need one.
So
Our sump pump in Freeburg worked well.
So that's an interesting, that is an interesting question. Yes and no.
okay.
It's not technically a poison
The biggest
from
problem
the
we had
point of
is
view you would give it to
Streets that
somebody
did,
to
and we were at the
poison.
lowest
It's not a
point.
poison from
And
the
we had a
point of view of like a
9-foot
venom, right?
So the
Yeah,
house next to us, they.
But it's also
never had an issue.
Poisonous.
okay, don't eat it.
No, walking, so there was no sub pump in that. House in Debate had one.
Right.
That would have been a lot.
That was a cantrip, so I can do that.
Yeah, it's not, it's sort of like a weird, like if you had a thing of wasp venom in front of you, that would come very clearly as a poison. This is weirder than that. It sort of registers as a poison and sort of doesn't.
It's probably something that only the,
What is this?
He's doing it on a cube. He did detect poison on a cube.
Okay.
So it's kind of a poison and kind of not a
it's
poison.
probably a
it's a
dietary
poison.
something.
It's a spicy poison.
Alcohol is a poison that's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is different than even alcohol. Alcohol is kind of, yeah, it's a central nervous system depressant, but this is even differenter than that. So to your eyes, it would technically be a poison.
It's a block of coke.
Not Coke.
But
But yeah, but it's not the
That's
kind
what
of poison
feels
that would
the
kill
same.
you.
huh?
That's what feels.
Okay,
Yeah.
What I read something on online the other day. It was like, hey, I'm looking to ruin my life. What's a good starter vice that I can get into?
Meth.
Put myself on that path. And I thought, man, that's, I like people who are thinking ahead, I want to ruin my life, but so what's a good starter vice to get you going? And if you grew up in the 80s, it would be marijuana, the devil's lettuce.
and now there's a shortage of it in Missouri.
Well, that's because all the Missourians who were coming over to Illinois and buying it are not buying it anymore. In Illinois, they're coming over to you guys.
Yeah, because it's cheaper over here.
Well, yeah, but
Well,
we
but
need the tax money.
But when we raise it
that.
another 3% to fund this, the
Who am I kidding? I go
municipalities.
over there for gas and booze
Yeah.
already. If I'm gonna buy weed, I'm probably gonna buy Missouri weed.
I buy my gas in Missouri.
If you want weed, I can hook you up with cheaper stuff.
Yeah, you said that, and
Thanks.
you haven't, Don, you were false promises. Because you said you were gonna
I'll tell you
do
what,
that.
buy some for
Do
Gen
you
Con.
need some?
Yep,
Okay.
Buy some for Gen Con. We'll get baked. Because I haven't smoked weed in 30 years.
It's Boy Scouts.
hey, this is not recorded, is it?
Oh, yeah.
I smelled it before. Does that count?
Grad school for me. What?
Are you guys still there?
And you can't see us? We can't
No,
see.
all of a sudden the sound went out.
Oh, I'm getting a notice that we have unstable connections. Maybe because of the friggin' monsoon
Storm.
that's coming by. You should see it. It's like a fire. It was, well, a minute ago, it was like a fireworks show outside. But it seems to be coming back down. So we're all right. Everything's fine. Remain calm. All is well.
Okay,
don't-
so you
don't
told us
panic.
what you found. We investigated further. We are now gonna go to the basement.
What if it's some kind of special catnip for the fish guys? Or in this case, fish nip?
Well, it was in the safe. And the fish guy that you guys killed,
Bypassed it.
well,
Was staying there.
not staying there, but he had tossed the place. So he was searching for something. So maybe he was searching for that, but
He'd have found that.
Well, yeah, but
yeah,
I
he
mean,
probably would have found it. He dumped a whole bunch of other stuff. And remember, the bags of money were on the floor. So that's not
Oh, yeah.
what he was interested
We need to search his body right now.
in. You have not done that.
We need to
Well, let's
search
do
his
that.
body right now.
Okay, you want to run back upstairs? And
Yeah, we're all gonna run back upstairs.
All right, so you guys run back upstairs on the battlements.
Yes.
Okay, so
And search, bring her with us.
Oh, yeah, bring her with us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. She's like, look, I know that you guys have no reason to trust me, but she looks down at the ground where her saber is. She's like, would it be okay if we're going in the basement? I don't want to be unarmed, especially if I'm taking point.
Keep it sheathed right now.
You got it. She reaches down, grabs it, sheathes it. Thank you.
I will let you know when you can unsheath it.
Okay.
Either, if she unsheathes it before we say okay, just take care of it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
We trust you now. Because you know what she'll do.
I feel trusted.
And we all trust in our own ways.
It's like, what do you use, a big axe? You got that big axe in your hand and you're just like, yep, we trust you now.
Yeah.
Hold on. Got it. I just want to make sure I don't get another notch from a skull in my
Yeah.
axe.
She hates it when that happens.
She hates it. Grinding that
He-
thing
he
down.
hates it when that
hates it. All right, so you guys go up there and you don't search the fish guys. So there's a couple
All
of
of
them.
them. Yeah, all of them. We don't expect much on the other guys, but
The big fish, the other guys don't have anything. They have their like shitty little weapons and stuff like that. And they have these weird sort of like leather, and it's not leather, it's like fish leather kind of straps and
Faux leather.
like they have they're wearing it's almost like web gear, so they would have equipment on it. They could put little hooks and stuff on it, and you could see where those little hooks might be, but their weapons are not great. They're sort of like made of bones, and one of them has like a trident that's made of some sort of shitty coral and that kind of stuff. You do find something interesting on the larger one, obviously the boss one. So he's wearing like a robe of some sort of cloth. You're not sure that it's actual cloth. It could be like the skin of a manta ray or something like that. Doesn't radiate magic. But when you pull back that cloth, underneath, he has what looks to be a vest of chainmail that does radiate magic that seems to be made of some sort of green stone.
Ela, what do you currently wear?
There's no way this would fit either. Oh, well, maybe it would fit. He's big, she's big.
Yeah.
he's big. Everybody's big here, so maybe.
Yeah, don't say
It's
that.
so it is it does radiate magic. It radiates a weird kind of magic.
What magical items fit their,
Yeah, they will shrink.
yeah.
It's stone and it's heavy. I mean, Ela, you step over there and it has some
That's
mass to it. Because it's not metal,
Would-
it's stone.
Would this be better than our breastplate?
Yes-ish. I'd have to look at the rules.
Yes.
Possibly. You have a breastplate on now?
It's not bad.
What does that give you?
It's a not magic. It's max 3 dex, bonus armor, it's plus 6.
But what?
It's 6 armor.
+6.
What is chainmail typically from an armor
4?
standpoint?
Yeah.
5?
4? Yeah, this would be better.
A chain short is 4, I think.
Theoretically, as far as magic users are concerned, this would be better.
Is there a max dex on that though?
You would get your full depth. It's odd. You lift you check as you're checking this armor out, and the first thing you realize is that it has such mass to it. You would have to be a human could not wear this, and you're just sort of like
Unless it's really big human.
it's too heavy. But as you sort of realize these rings of stone, and they are actually carved rings of this greenish stone that are put together in some way. As you look at this, you realize you have any blacksmithing skill or anything like that? You've worked with that metal before or anything? Okay.
She's worn stuff, that's about it.
But
He's worn stuff.
He's worn stuff. You would look at this and you've seen chainmail, and it's like half a ring with a bolt through it, and all these links are interlinked.
Right.
You look at this, and it looks like somebody took a big stone, carved out everything that wasn't a chainmail vest.
Wow.
Wow.
It would have
That's
taken
impressive.
years to your eyes. There's no links. It's all one piece. And it's sourced.
Hey,
I wouldn't even care if it were ensorcelled. That's
go to wear it.
pretty, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's beautifully done. I mean, the craftsmanship is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But as you're looking at it, you realize this would have taken a skilled craftsman years to produce.
The lifetime of like an elven grafter almost.
Well, yeah, I mean, and it's huge. It's like somebody took a big boulder of malachite. I don't know if you know anything about geology, but that's what you think maybe the stone is. which is sort of greenish colored, but it has like shot through with like black veins and stuff like that. It would have taken somebody, not decades, but a year at least of constant labor.
Yeah.
And not only the constant, but imagine you broke a link. You would have to start from scratch. Depending on where the
Yeah.
link was. Somebody built this thing and it was amazing. It is.
It is amazing, and it's now yours, Elam.
It's a chainmail vest. I guess I'm assuming one of the local mages will give you a thing on it. +2. +4 against creatures from the sea. So it gives you an additional +2 if the creature that's attacking you makes its home in the sea. You put it on and it slides on you like a coat of oil. It feels great. It's the weight is so perfectly balanced that you barely feel it. The rest of you are looking at Elib as he puts on this coat of arm, this coat of chainmail, and it just goes and just sort of like slides over his torso, and you're just like, it was like made for him. It's obviously part of the magic.
I love the way that looks on you.
Yeah. You look fabulous.
Everybody
Okay.
else is like,
Yep.
chef's kiss. The
You know
other
what? It'll even
thing,
grow when I enlarge you.
it's not the only thing that this guy has on him.
Okay.
What's he hat?
Wrapped around his wrist, sort of is like a chain. The chain seems to be a regular metal chain, maybe copper, because it's got a fair amount of like this verdigris on it, like corrosion.
Okay.
But connected to the chain is a small gemstone. It's like yellowish. And the way he's got it hooked to his hand is that the stone would dangle in the palm of his hand.
Okay.
And it's sort of wrapped around. You're guessing that because of the way the corrosion looks, that the chain itself is copper. The stone seems to be some sort of yellow stone. You're not sure.
Radiates magic.
It does.
So I'm gonna concentrate. What kind of magic?
It is. I'll just give it to you. It is a stone of mighty fists, an amulet of mighty fists. +1.
+1.
Do you know what that does?
Unarmed attacks.
Yeah, it's largely for unarmed attacks. So this amulet grants you an enhancement bonus. Unarmed attacks or natural weapons. This one is a +1. So if you're wearing it, and it would, I mean, you have to sort of like break it. I mean, you have to kind of crack it open.
Right.
But if you crack open the chain, it actually forms a large sort of necklace almost that you could wear as a necklace.
Hey, I use my claws. It would almost bring the damage up to 2.
Well, it's for unarmed attacks and natural weapons.
Right.
So
I use
You do use claws.
Doesn't
You
Elib have
Yeah.
it? Doesn't Elib have
use
claws?
claws.
yes.
It does.
It's
Yeah.
going to Elam.
Give it to him.
Yep. It's going to Elam.
You bet.
I don't know, Bella.
Pretty much everything on this big fighter should probably go to the big fighter in our group.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
know. If you give it to
Like when
Bella,
you
she, I
chain
mean,
mail,
the
it has
nut
pockets.
punch.
Oh, yeah.
possibilities.
Pockets.
There's possibilities there.
Nice pockets.
Anything else on the big guy?
That's it on the big guy.
That's enough.
The other two just have some of their like shitty scoom weapons on them. There's not much to them. It's nothing you can use. One of them has this, like I mentioned before, he has this like trident made out of coral. The other one has like a weird stone dagger that's not very well made. Not sure what the deal
Not
is,
hand carved.
but
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, it could be hand carved. It's just
Well, it's not the amount of time. It's best.
nothing like what that chainmail.
Yeah.
That chainmail is. You're guessing that this was
It's a
crafted.
masterpiece.
Yeah.
It is. It's a masterpiece. It was crafted by someone in the ocean. So either this creature had it made for him, but somebody. This is not This is not something you go down to your local dwarven blacksmith and say, hey, I want you to craft me
Right.
a single piece of stone chainmail out of this malachite boulder that I brought from the ocean.
Oh, yeah.
Look at
Make
you
it
like,
masterwork.
no, don't fuck this up or I'm keeping some silver pieces. for you."
Yeah.
No, it's totally a different sort of thing.
No.
But yeah, I'm well,
I
gives,
am not enraged. My claws are +10 to attack each. 1d4 +6 damage each.
are you just gonna start clawing the shit out of people now?
Even when she's not mad.
Right.
Give me a beer.
No.
With 12.
Problem is he can't pick his nose anymore.
That's true. Elam, you're gonna be at the silver wagon, like, yeah.
But he's great at picking his own butt.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You're great at
You
picking the
stab
enemy's
yourself in the
nose.
brain.
Luckily, a frontal lobotomy will not affect him.
Wow.
It'll just make him angry.
Nice.
All right, that's all you see up there. Everything's dead. Nothing seems to be moving around. The Mwangi torture pole is burning desultorily down below.
Wanky torture pole.
Cesyll is like, we have to be careful. I don't know where the where the yellow witch is. I don't know where the yellow witch is. She has a weird ability to turn up in the oddest places. She's materialized behind me. I don't know. She's a witch. I'm just a hardworking constable.
Tracy, Doug,
Yes.
Yeah,
Kevin, keep an eye out for mirrors.
Did we decide if we cover, did she say whether, if we cover them, we'll keep? them?
Didn't say, so we might just break them.
Well, if
Cesyll
now we
looks,
know-
she's like, look, she travels through them mirror.
if now we know what they're for.
Yeah.
We didn't
now
know
we
what
know
they
what
were
they're
for before, that's why
Right.
we covered them, but now we know. Now we know we can break them and,
I think we'll just break.
yeah, I mean,
She's like, I don't know if you cover them, if she can travel through them around, maybe.
Maybe.
but,
Broken is less likely.
Right.
Yeah.
you know,
Broken would.
because we have, 7 years of bad luck
Right.
for each mirror we break.
I'll do them.
Okay.
Whenever you guys spot one, I'll break it. I don't care.
He doesn't need luck when he has healer.
I have Elib.
All right, you guys heading downstairs?
I've had bad luck all my life until I found Elib.
Hold on, I gotta write that.
You didn't have bad luck, you didn't have any at all.
If it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Gloom, despair,
despair
and
and
agony
agony on me. Deep dark depression, excessive misery.
Whoa.
If I were bad luck, I'd have
I have no
luck.
luck at all. Gloom, despair, and agony on me. You know that song.
Yeah, I do,
Okay.
because it's from Hee Haw.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And my father
I
was a
don't, so that was-
huge Hee Haw
I,
fan.
I had to introduce Betsy and the boys to
The Hee Haw?
Oh, wow.
that and the other one.
A bunch of them. I'm a picking.
No.
I saw a YouTube video with.
Thought I
Roy-
would found true love and you were gone and you were gone.
Yeah, you were gone, yeah.
I saw a YouTube video with Roy Clark. Roy Clark, I don't know if you guys know
Oh,
this.
yeah.
He was an
great.
awesome
Yeah, right.
musician.
He was an unbelievable.
Where are you tonight?
Tonight,
Why did you leave me here all alone? I searched the world over without I found true love.
You met another and you were gone.
Everyone, welcome to Hee Haw Night. But I saw a YouTube video with Roy Clark playing Beethoven on the guitar at like triple speed with an orchestra behind him, and I'm like,
They were struggling to keep up.
how is this Roy Clark? And Roy Clark has got this guitar, and he's just like, and he's all over that thing. It's like 7 minutes long,
Yeah.
and I'm
He-
like, holy shit snacks! This
Yeah,
guy.
he's awesome.
You know who's an-
Slash.
Huh?
You know who's another guy that sort of gets,
Yeah.
you know who's another guy that sort of gets short shrift as a guitar player? Glenn Campbell.
Yeah, he was,
Yes.
yeah.
Before Glenn Campbell became Glenn Campbell, Rhinestone Cowboy, that kind of stuff, he was part of what a group called, I was watching a documentary about this. He was part of a group of session musicians called the Wrecking Crew,
Yeah.
who have been instrumental, who did all the music for like the Beach Boys, the Beatles, that kind of stuff. So when they would record, they would be like, Well, we suck, but
Such
we need
musicians.
actual guys who know what they're doing.
Such musicians.
Yeah, the 50s, 60s, and 70s, you could point to probably 70% of like the hit songs, like pop songs. And these guys were the session musicians out of that did it. Never got any credit, never
Right.
got anything. But Glenn Campbell was part of that group before he became famous. And I'm like, damn, these guys did everything.
Yeah.
They were on, like-
a lot of stuff too for.
Oh, yeah. Roy Clark and who? There was two guys for Hee Haw. I
Roy
can't think-
Clark and
Buck Owens.
Buck Owens. Buck Owens.
Yeah.
Decent musician in his own right, buddy.
there were some crazy musicians back in old country.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Slim Pickens.
Yeah, Charlie Pride, those guys.
Yeah.
Unbelievable musicians. These guys were crazy. All right, but back to the game.
Right.
All right. So you guys go into, so you guys gather around in that room and you be, oh shit. You guys all sort of gather up and begin to, you go in that room, the smell of brine as you get to, you get close to those steps. And the smell of brine, yep, that's that saltwater smell as you get ready to go down there. And
Okay, now if we're going downstairs, I
Yeah.
haven't rolled perception. Cause I want to see if I can pick up anything as we're going down.
what'd you roll?
25.
25. Yeah, you well, so the first thing you notice is the smell of salt water is very strong.
I picked up my salt water
much stronger,
deconversation pills.
much stronger
yeah.
than you've smelled anywhere else in the complex. And your guess is that in some cases, the saltwater smells that you've smelled at various places may have come from here and just sort of like posted around.
Basement is lousy with salt creatures.
Yep. You want a marching order?
Sure. I mean, we won't really need it because of the bombs, but oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
When we do have a marching order,
Okay,
it's
well-
the constable,
All right.
followed by Elib.
When our bombs
Right.
go off, then.
Tracy, when you want to go third and look for traps and stuff?
Sure, that'll work.
Okay.
Doug and Kevin,
And then you in the back?
and I'll be in the
Yeah.
back.
All right, that's where you guys are.
Works for me.
I'm gonna move the camera so you guys can see Avatar. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's do camera 2.
Now
Move it
switching
up a
to
little
camera
bit.
2.
Now switching to camera 2. There you guys are. You can see the sort of thing going on there. Let's go. Let's bring camera 3 in this. Get a different angle.
Oh my gosh, no! Let's go to camera 3 for that angle.
Go to camera 3.
Oh
Stupid idiots.
no! Morons. Mo.
All right, camera 3 in position.
Proper positioning is a key to success.
Are you guys getting it? Can you guys see that okay?
Yeah, because the other one's looking at the ceiling.
Yeah, one's looking at the ceiling.
Wait. Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's. I thought you guys would love to.
Look up your nose.
Hello, everyone.
Look up your
Welcome to
nose.
Strange Hands. I'll be your host.
So
Leslie.
that's always looking down his nose.
Everybody.
Is he standing up?
What I'm doing is my is as credible an imitation of a band roll-on as I can. Like underarm.
That looked familiar.
All right, so you guys, so Bella, let's say, so the smell of brine is quite strong here. You do
Brine.
detect a couple of underlying smells. One, you're afraid to admit may be the smell of decomposition of dead things. But there's also another smell, one that you really haven't smelled before.
Springtime.
It's a bit sour. It's not salty. It's not like brine, but sour like organic. So you know the smell of decomposition of bodies, and you can detect that there is some of that there. This smells different. It's more like wet leaves and ammonia, maybe. It's very faint.
My new cologne.
You don't see anything particularly interesting as the stairs go down, other than there is at the bottom, which Cesyll point out is a door. She's like, that's the door to downstairs. I have
I'll go.
I haven't been allowed here for a long time. And she goes, and I'm sorry, I don't have a key.
We have a ring key.
They took my keys.
Doug,
Yeah,
you have some keys?
yeah, I produce them, give it to the, whoever's gonna check for
Cecil?
traps.
Do these look like your keys?
They're not mine, but she points to one of the keys. That's the key to that door. I recognize it.
Cecil,
Mhm.
you are allowed to draw your weapon. Hey, Elib, she's allowed to draw the weapon.
Okay.
Okay, making sure that both of them knew.
There's a moment
Let her
where
open the door.
Cecil is you when you say, Cecil, you're allowed to draw your weapon. And then Elib is just like, and Cecil's like, you ever see that part in like The Godfather 3 where the guy's like, here, hold this gun.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then he shoots him. Cecil's having a moment of that.
Yeah.
She's like, all right, this goblin tells me I can draw my weapon. But that half orc over there,
He's not a goblin, he's a kobold.
right, cool.
She's a species.
I know.
I'm sexist, I'm specious. Frankly, I'm a creature of a different age. I'm a creature from last century.
Yep.
She, looking at Elib, she slowly pulls her saber out at about halfway. And Elib, do you make any sudden moves? Did you do that?
What'd you just do?
You hear this like, clunk.
Little stain mark at the floor.
There's a new smell on the air, Bella.
A little more strongly than
It
going.
smells a little bit like Constable P. We're not sure. But if you, she kind of smiles when you do that. She's like, okay, I get it. But still looking at you sort of as she pulls it all the way out, and she has a saber,
Right.
essentially.
You go first.
I say, let her open the door.
Give me the keys.
Yeah, you got the keys.
She's like, this isn't gonna work.
She
Sheathes her saber, takes the keys, flips through them, puts them in the door. And she's like, what do you want to do when I open it? I don't know what's going
I don't know either. You're gonna open the door and
We'll find out
you
together.
and Elib will look inside.
Ready? Are you ready?
Yes, Elib is ready.
It's completely quiet in the thing. You can hear the tumblers like as the key kind of goes through there. She pulls the key ring out slowly and hands it back to somebody.
Tracy, take the keys.
Yeah. Then
Hands
pass
it,
them back
hands
to
the
Got
keys
it.
to Bella. Bella, you are now the keeper of the keys.
Okay,
She steps backward
He's the
and she's got
keeper.
one hand on the thing.
Yeah.
And she Cecil looks at you, says, are you ready? You can see she's
You
frightened.
gonna draw your scimitar again? I didn't say this time. No.
Got it out, but she's got it behind her. You can see that she's like
Right.
ready to kind of like, and you can see her just like, and she pushes the door and it goes, and kind of like opens up.
So the haunted house thing we did last night, the very first door creaks like that. It's like, really? It has to.
It has to. It's
yeah.
the law, frankly.
It was a good escape room.
Was it good?
Reminder that Elib has dark vision. Just in case it's it.
The smell of brine here is strong, much stronger. Opening the door is just like
The brine is strong in this one.
the brine is strong in this one. You can see there doesn't seem to be any lights on, so it's darkened. But the smells are briny, but also woody, I guess, for lack of a better term. You could definitely smell like cut wood. Smell. Nothing comes running out. And Cecil goes, this used to be where we would keep.
Do you have a light spell?
I have a magic, I have a holy symbol with a light spell on it.
Okay.
Cecil goes, this used to be where we would keep firewood and stuff like that.
Not anymore because it's damp.
You can still keep the wood there.
It's definitely damp. There's a definite damp smell in it, but there is a pretty significant wood smell. Like wood chips or
Right.
bark, that kind of thing.
That's
Hey.
because,
But there's no movement in the dark.
Go in,
I didn't.
her first.
You can see her, she's.
You look right
and
behind
that's
you.
because Libby's character is really turned on by that vest.
So she stops at the doorway. She
The
stops
wood
at-
smell.
Pockets. Now, see, that would be, like this, like a watch chain pocket.
Yeah,
A little waistcoat
Yeah,
pockets.
perfect. Like a hobbit pocket. You
Yeah.
could put a little watch in
A
A
there.
hobbit pocket.
Hobbit
Hobbit
pocket.
pocket.
Sandwich on a chain.
Owns it.
And so you know that.
Load bearing sandwich.
So.
Excuse me, Mr. Elib, what time is it? I don't know, I have a sandwich.
It's lunch.
It's lunchtime. All right, Cecil steps up to the doorway. She's got her saber out. She's looking inside. And you can tell that she's trepidatious.
Nervous, right?
She's nervous. But she's a fighter. So she takes a couple of steps in. You see her sort of like peeking around the doors. She's looking around. She looks back at you. And she says, I don't see it. She's like, I'm going in.
And then she dies.
Well, no, yeah. No, she looks at Elib and says to Elib, you're gonna step into the left so you have room to come.
And then it's a step to the right.
She steps
Your hand on your hip.
she steps into the darkness and you see her sort of slide to the left and the doorway is open.
Step in it. It looks like there's a solid wall on the right hand side after you pass through.
We're going that way, right?
No, you're going this way.
This way?
Yeah.
Oh, she's over
She's
here.
in a room, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go
Hey, look, he stands.
and swing around to next to this doorway.
His legs aren't broken off anymore.
My legs aren't broken anymore.
I fixed that.
I know you
as
did.
I did with Elib's axe, which I also broke. Freaking Hero Lab or Hero Forge people. Right, does that look into the room?
How dare they make industry non.
Yeah, what's that about?
For the cost that they charge.
Well,
Yeah, they should be indestructible.
All right, so I'll tell you what, I'm gonna take it up a little bit.
Take it up a notch.
All right, so you guys are looking down into the room. All right, the room, the smell of sawdust and salt water is what dominates here.
is there a door here?
There are, well,
Kevin,
no,
is there a door in this
There
one?
might
No.
be.
Okay, so we want to go in this door.
No, there's not a door off to your right. There are two doors in the room. There's one directly across, which is sort of larger.
Right.
And then there's one off to the left, which is a smaller door. The interesting thing about the door to the left
What is it?
is that the door in front of you is sort of a regular door, right?
Okay.
It's made of wood, it's got iron bands around it, it's bigger, that kind of stuff. The door to the left is smaller. And it has what is obviously a window in the door. Now that window, it's got like a little
Kind of like a
doorway.
cell.
Well, it's got a door, like a peek-in door,
Right.
right? So and the peek part is on your side.
Right.
Why is my wrist going off?
I don't know.
So yeah, so there's like a little, and you look at the doorway and it kind of looks, I don't know if you guys can see this, maybe. I'll fix it.
I can get it.
So if you look at it, it's like a curved door, in the wall. And it's got, iron bands and a big door handle and that kind of stuff. But up at the top, it's got like a little sort of window there. Now this window is covered with bars. So whatever's on the other side can't get in. And there's like a little door over the top of it with like little hinges that you can sort of flip it back. And
Opens
look
on our
through. So
side.
you could definitely see that then there's bars on your side. That whatever would be on the other side couldn't get to you.
Okay.
From that. But other than that, it looks like a door. There's a pretty big
Keep
lock.
something in and keep them from hurting whoever's on the other side.
There's a
Okay.
pretty large and ornate lock
Okay, we're gonna leave that alone for now, I suggest.
Okay.
Yeah. Seems pretty secure.
The other big door is closed.
Yes, all the doors are closed.
Tracy,
Although
you want to check for traps on the big door and see if it's locked?
I also want a perception check from Dustwater.
What you got?
Right.
You're-
Since
Good.
I'm, since
Hear
I'm
that, Doug?
checking for, since I'm checking for traps, it's my perception +2, correct?
Yes.
I think so, yes.
Okay. 26.
You don't
You
see
need-
any traps on that door.
I
Although
don't see any what?
you don't see any traps on the door. It doesn't look like it's trapped. You do notice a couple of things on that larger door.
Yeah, larger door.
Is the area around the wood area around the handle has a lot of scoring around it, which seems fairly recent. There's been something has been scratching the wood around
right.
the door handle
From this side.
from this side.
Okay. Doug, what'd you roll?
It's a perception check. Did I hear that correctly?
That's correct.
$19.
You detect presence of undead nearby. It's amorphous.
Undead here.
It's amorphous. It's disparate. Do you have knowledge undead or anything like that? Or knowledge arcana or knowledge divine?
Yeah, the knowledge divine.
Give me a knowledge divine roll.
I have knowledge arcana.
20.
20. All right. You remember the feeling that you got when you detected the zombies upstairs and things like that, the other undead?
Yeah.
When you detect undead like that, it's concentrated, right? There's a definitive core of undeadedness that is motivating these pieces of flesh
Animating the flesh.
to move around. In this case, there's no specific core of undead power that's motivating this thing. It's much more diffuse, but it's close. You feel a slight chill as you detect it.
So it's a sense of evil. All
There
right.
is a sense of evil. Well, I mean, are you doing like detect evil? There is a sense of evil to it.
No, I would be able to.
Definitely undead, but it's not like the concentrated undead of a zombie. It's
Yeah.
something much more diffuse and much more encompassing.
Doug?
Yeah.
Have you ever encountered a haunt? Would it be a haunt maybe?
I don't know, Les, would it be a haunt?
It's possible. I mean, you're not massively familiar with haunts, although you understand what they are.
That's why I asked if he.
Yeah, no, he hasn't encountered any before, so it would hard to be to say, oh yes, this is it, but it's certainly.
Fits that description.
Yeah, it would fit that kind of description. It might be something like that, like a haunt or or something much more diverse than your typical zombie. It's definitely not a zombie.
It's Curly Sue.
Yes.
Hi, Curly Sue.
It's definitely
Ooh.
Curly Sue.
Hey, can we put on ESPN with no sound?
Why? What's doing tonight? Is it SC?
XFL?
No, I thought it was on Sunday. They moved it.
The Battlehawk game is, but there's an XFL game on tonight also.
Who's
Oh,
playing
okay.
tonight?
Yeah, sure.
Seahawks, Sea Dragons and Renegades.
Ooh. I'll have to see them get beat.
Sea Dragons, yeah.
All right, so Bella, it's definitely not trapped. You see these sort of claw marks or some sort of scoring around the handle. As you look around the room, this is obviously, I mean, Cesyll wasn't lying. This is a room where Wood was kept. You can see racks. There's sawdust on the floor. A lot of it is wet.
What's the password for your network?
Weightlifter 404. No cap. And for those of you watching at home, that's my home password. So feel free to hack my network and you know, do a variety of things. That's okay. We get what, like 2 viewers a video?
Yeah.
We got like 250 videos up. I think we've got a total of like 100 views. So
And they're all mine.
well, they're all done.
Not all. I did a couple.
I thought about it.
But yeah, that's what you detect, Bella.
Can I knock on the door?
Sure.
But you can't come in.
I hear you knocking.
I just want to knock to see if I hear anything behind it.
Okay. You're gonna knock on it?
Uh-huh.
Hello?
What, just sort of like,
Sea Dragons 1, 2415.
I'm-
all right, so Bella.
You know, I was gonna say, if me just knocking on the door makes you go to a book, I have screwed up.
Well, so you go up and knock on the door and give me a quick perception check.
Well, at least it's not a will save.
Not yet.
Not
We'll
yet.
get there.
How about a 28?
It wasn't. It was
All right.
9 points, so it was within a score.
Yeah.
So you knock on that door and it's just like the next thing you hear, so you hear a variety of sounds on the other side.
Can't come in, we're doing the dishes, taking a wee wee.
The first thing you hear
I'm baiting.
is the sound of what is it?
Baiting. Have you ever
It's
seen
from-
Idiocracy?
Idiocracy. I'm baiting.
Baiting. He's
I'm
masturbating.
baiting.
When he knocks on the door. Baiting.
Baiting. I'm baiting.
Okay.
Les, I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah, we really don't have time for that. Campaign over. All right, so Bella, you hear a couple of things. The first thing you hear is sounds like
That's sick.
something heavy drop to the ground. Like the next thing you hear are what would you roll? 25? The next thing you hear
28? 28?
Yeah, so the next thing you hear is what sounds like some sort of hissing,
Almost cats on the bell.
kind of like that. And then you hear you hear the sound of what sounds like talons or claws on stone floor sort of moving around. Then
Oh,
all
right.
of the noises stop. So all of this happens within like 2 or 3 seconds after you knock, and then all of the sounds stop.
Guys, I don't think we want to go in this door.
Well,
There's something big and scratchy in there.
Something scratchy, that's what it comes.
We have a big scratchy thing.
yeah, we have a big scratchy thing
With a fancy new vest.
and a fancy new little rock.
Right. Now that's a rock.
I cannot enlarge you anymore today.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
But is there, would there be enough room in this room anyway to do that?
I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
Do you want to look at the other room real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, or listen at the other room real quick.
Okay, I'm gonna go knock on the other door.
Yeah,
Okay.
she goes knock on the door with a little window in it.
Very polite of her. Not for us, just let's barge on in.
Give me a perception check.
$27. I think I
Alright.
may have found my new favorite dice, by the way.
So on the other, did you open the little door to peer in?
Not
or
yet.
no?
No,
Just knock. Okay.
it's not.
There's a bit of sort of like this weird scuffly noise. And then you hear someone in a in a deep voice that you don't understand. And then there's a pause, and you hear someone say, "Hey, if somebody's out there, please help us! Help us! Well, they're killing us in here." In the little window. All right, so you open so Elib steps forward and opens the little window to look at.
I was gonna say, can we open the little window?
No, you can't.
Tracy's too short.
We're looking into their souls.
What?
But I do this so they can't poke.
What do you see?
me.
What do you see?
Well,
What do you
there's
see?
bars there.
Well, look like cells.
So yeah, so you look in there and you see what looks to be some sort of like little cell block. There's a couple of things happening in there. You see some dudes who are like yelling into the cell block. When you open the window, they kind of look like this, and you can see them like, and they begin to sort of move forward. It's not. Hold on a second. Where's my peeps?
Put your peeps away.
All right, so at the other end is what is obviously sort of a, I don't know if we can see that right here, is a Mwangi guy who's right here. And then sort of like leaning up against the wall are two creatures, people that frankly have looked better. They turn when you open the door, the Mwangi's like, and he yells at those guys, and they sort of turn to face you. You can see yellow eyes, rotted skin. One is a woman wearing regular clothes. The other one looks to be someone in armor. You have not opened the door yet. You hear from the back cell though, as that door swings open, it's like, "Help us! Come on, you can help us! Hurry up! They're gonna kill us!"
Yeah. Door locked, unlocked.
Lock's on your side.
Oh,
Unlock it.
It's unlocked.
I unlock it and go in.
So you run in. All right, let's roll for an inch. Elib is like, "I must kill."
Gotta help the pressed.
Yeah. It's what we do.
You look
What
an
we do,
abolitionist.
we help the oppressed. All right. Everybody roll for a niche. And you can thank Elib for that.
No, I wanted it.
Well,
Okay. Elib is 12.
yes.
I know,
Roll
he's
for
part of the
niche.
curve. Let me do this.
Don't do it. It's a trap.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay.
8. Jess got 8.
Grady has a 5.
Had to roll a 2 to
Gentleman's
get that.
5.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Bella, what'd you get?
20.
20. Nice.
Like I told you, I think I've had my new favorite die now.
That's
Duswar.
an average roll for Bella.
6.
Nice.
you're ahead of me by 1.
All right, so I got him, and then here we go. You my niche on these bad mofos.
Movo.
Oh, I should have them. Damn, that sucks.
Well, they're behind that.
Okay. All right. Top of the order. Bella, you find yourself in the unenviable position of having to act first. Now you've seen Elib like roll in into this, and it does look like to be a certain cell block. Where are you exactly? You're in the room, right? Yeah, because you were by this door because you were listening to it. Or no, you
Right,
were because you were listening to that door.
He was listening to the door she's at.
Okay. What?
Yeah, I knocked and listened at both doors.
Right.
Um,
your turn. What do you want to do? The door's open. Elib has run in there. And you're thinking this would be a great time for me to show everyone my combat prowess.
Of hiding.
Put that thing away.
Yeah.
I am actually gonna go in behind Elib, but since Elib is a whole lot bigger than me, it's not like I can probably do much.
Okay. So you're gonna go in behind Elib. Elib's just sort of stepped through the doorway. So this would put you like in the doorway. You see that okay? Where you are, right here?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So you're behind Elib, you're pretty much protected. You see a couple of those yellow-eyed zombies moving towards Elib, and then the back of the room, you can see that there's a Mwangi guy who is sort of controlling those zombies or ordering those zombies around. He has some sort of large wooden club with him. But it's obviously like a carved wooden club, like a shillelagh.
Okay, how far away is he?
The
20
Mwangi
20
guy,
feet.
25 to 20 feet.
Yeah, 25.
But I've got and the two people between us are, you said
Zombies.
they have, they're the zombies?
Yeah, if you're thinking about doing what I think you're thinking about doing, if you take an extra step to your left, you would sort of get out from behind Elib, but you would have a relatively clear shot of the Mwangi with the plumb bob.
I'm trying to decide if I want to do a plumb bob or if I want to try and throw my dagger at the first zombie.
It's a dilemma. Much
I
as I
think
would
I'd
like to
rather,
do that, I cannot.
I think I'd rather do that.
The dagger?
I think so. Yeah, hang on.
Throw the dagger.
Yeah, I'm thinking dagger.
No, or the plumb bob.
The dagger. Okay, so you're gonna so you could throw excuse me, you could throw the dagger from behind Elib. You just sort of like duck under his armpit and just sort of like chuck it over there.
Okay.
Around their knee or.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be much. Is that what you want to do? Throw it from back there?
Yes.
Half tall, she's probably 3 feet at best.
Due to Elib's size, you will not take a targeting penalty, so you may throw it. Go ahead.
Now what? You know what? I think I rolled the wrong thing. I'm supposed to roll a D3.
D20 plus your thrown weapon bonus.
Oh, okay.
How did I roll an 8 and get in the middle?
Oh, that's right. That's
Should
right.
be dead
Not able to
last.
fly.
Look at those rolls. Those rolls are garbage.
Yeah, except for Tracy's.
Tracy did
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, well,
All right. So I rolled a 12.
Okay. You get
So-
pluses because you're gonna need it.
So, and then I need, what do I add?
You should be around +7 or so.
Oh, for the range? Yes.
If you're,
So 19.
yeah. 19 to hit.
19 to hit. That's a hit.
To roll your piercing damage.
D4 plus whatever your
A D4.
I'm gonna hanker for martinis.
Or help back.
This cheese is quite good.
It is.
I'm assuming you paid like what, $4 or $5?
Yeah.
All right. On a D4, I
Just
rolled
hold on.
4.
Yeah.
From the big bottle of I get that not Tanqueray, but the Bombay Sapphire, which is considered to be a medium to high priced gin. The handle is like $27 at
Yeah.
Sam's Club.
That's not bad.
I've got enough money in the thing, which I just sort of buy them and accumulate gin.
Well, we're gonna.
Well, Dias wants to make gin. We've got a line on some juniper berries.
Yeah.
Ooh, before you guys leave, we have homemade root beer and maple mead. I gotta get you guys to try before you.
Ooh, maple mead. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not see, hear that?
Yeah.
That's my backup. Because my poor sump pump is giving up the ghost. All right, sorry, Bella, go ahead.
I rolled a 4.
4 points. All right, for that guy. So the dagger sort of sticks in the first zombie, which I think is the female zombie. Yeah, it's the female zombie without armor. It's sort of this like, you know, she's like walking towards Ela, and then your dagger sort of like, and just like sticks in her, and she kind of looks down and like begins to continue moving forward towards you. It does some damage, but it doesn't. You miss the head, and it doesn't put it down.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Touch me right here.
Well,
So
I
you
can't
hear
see yet, but I wonder if that might be this guy's daughter, that one guy's daughter.
Elib. You're a
That
blood ranger,
disappeared.
right?
Okay.
I am.
Oh,
a
in the
blood
cell?
ranger. I'm
That's
not
a
her-
variant of
In the
barbarian, yes?
Yes.
No, the zombie.
No,
Sorcerer barbarian.
possible.
Gotcha. You hear the unmistakable sound of a fellow barbarian working himself up into a rage. As the Mwangi guy with the club is like, "Wah!" It starts running towards you. He runs past the zombies and he runs right at you, and he's like, boom, and tries to hit you with this like shillelagh-like curved piece of
Well, that's
ebony
unfortunate for
wood
him.
that he's using.
My money
It's
is
like a
on
roller
our
coaster.
barbarian.
Like I said, that's why I said.
It's a
unfortunate-
barbarian off.
Unfortunately for him.
He runs to here.
Bar fight.
Bark fight. And he is going to attack with Animal Fury.
Okay.
Which I gotta check.
Wasn't that a horse?
Yeah.
It's, yeah, it's
Fury?
like a hippo. It's the hippo attack.
Fits in with our whole, flashback night. Hee-haw.
No kidding. Oh, that means Animal Fury means he's going to try and bite you as part of his attack as well, which is great.
For who?
Well, for me, obviously.
Oh, okay.
All right, so
All about
he
him.
has
Yeah.
this thing, so he's
Now
going
that's
to-
it.
Nice. Selfish.
Huh?
I hope he likes a mouthful of stones.
15 hit you? Okay. And then he's going to try and bite. I've got to check and see if it's the same. I don't think it's the same. Oh, it's it. Okay. So he's like, natural 18. Natural 18. So he has a, well, no, it would be 22.
Miss.
Miss. You see
Because of the
him.
new armor.
You see. So he swings this club at you, which you dodge out of the way of, and he's like, "Ah!" And you see his
Bites him in the
teeth
stone.
get onto that armor. It's like, "Hook," and you see a tiny piece of tooth go flying off to the left as he sort of rears back, and you can see it sort of going like this. Who gave you that armor? Who gave you that armor? But that's what he does. So he's whirling his. So he's angry now. When he started out,
About what?
he's even angrier, and he's whirling that thing around. He's gonna clock you with that thing. But it's your turn.
Now he's frustrated.
Now he's frustrated. and
Oh, that's not the zombies.
And he
What
needs
are the zombies?
the zombies.
They're-
Are big.
Oh, they're definitely
They're-
They got a 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye,
Elib.
Mwangi.
Well, I'm trying to figure out, would this trigger Elib's zoomies? Or would he be too amused?
50-50. High, yes, low, no.
10. It's a low.
Low, that's low.
So no, he does not. So
It doesn't zoom me yet,
I don't zoom it yet. But I do.
but very close.
I do wallop him with my great axe.
Oh,
A
whopping, eh?
22 to hit.
Sorry, hold on a second. Oh, 22 to hit. That's a hit.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you have not found your favorite D20.
I have not.
damage though, since I'm not raging, it's only 8.
Oh,
8 points.
Yeah.
It's not going to be enough to kill him. You clock him pretty hard, and he's thrown backwards a little bit.
What was Cecil's?
How much? 8 points did you say?
Yeah.
It throws him back pretty hard, and you can see that there's some blood, but it just seems to make him angrier. He's obviously enraged at this point. He's whirling that club around. Where is Cesyll? Cesyll is in the room. Okay.
This is her.
Yeah. You see her step over here. She throws her back against the door. She's got one hand over it. The door opens inward.
Okay.
She's got her saber out and one hand over. She's like, I got this. I'll keep him from coming in. And you can, at that moment, you see her sort of go, as something hits the door from the other side. She's like, I got this. Go, kill that. She does that. Jax, what do you do?
I moved to here.
Okay. And stab Cesyll?
No, I cast disrupt undead against that first zombie.
No, I don't like this. I'm switching D20s to my special one. No, I'm not. Sorry, I'm not. All right, so I make a will save.
No save. It's a ranged touch attack.
Oh, okay, go for it. Touch, you say.
Yeah.
That's
14
an hit. On touch, it's a hit.
on touch. 3 points of damage.
Okay. And that's the front one. That's the girl, right?
Yes.
Woman, sorry.
Is it the daughter of the guy that was complaining about his daughter disappearing?
No, this is a full grown woman.
Okay.
About middle years, 30s.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
I'm just curious.
she's fairly rotted, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah. But she's taller than what I would.
Yeah, she's not a girl. She's not a girl.
Thank you for making me feel old.
Hey, we're right there. I'm older than you.
Middle years in the 30s. Bite
Embrace
me.
your maturity, Tracy. You know, you
I don't have any maturity.
think about it this way. You've survived this long, which means you've acquired
It's in our 30s.
and combat skills.
Uh-huh.
Important.
Yes, man, I'll hit you with my
I
palm bob.
was.
All right, that's Jax. Did you do anything else?
No, I moved and did that.
Dustwar.
Well,
You're
I
sensing-
guess I'm gonna step around Grady
Yeah,
Okay.
and move into the outer chamber. There's no combatants in there, is there?
No, you see Cesyll up against the one door, and you could see that door is sort of like getting hit by something on the other side. So she's here, blocking the door, and she's holding the door back. She's got her saber out. She's like, go, finish these guys off. So you step into here. You can sense definitely that these two are zombies. The one
Right.
other guy is not undead. But you also sense that these are not the undeads that you originally sensed. These are, remember we talked about how there's like a core of undeadedness in this undead flesh that
Yeah.
you can detect. These give off every vibe of being like a zombie. And your guess is that they were in some sort of stasis or in rest mode or something like that. This is not the same thing. These are not the undead that you detected earlier.
Okay. I am going to draw, using my longbow. I'm going to prepare an action. I'm going to cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
And I did, well, you don't see my hand. Shooting into where the combat is too crowded because I don't have any special.
A lot of going on in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. So I think I'm going to go step. Let me see. As I'm looking at the camera, I am going to go to the left and backing myself in the corner and aiming.
So like
that is
here.
correct. And then preparing a shot at the door.
Which door?
Well, the one that I see.
This one that Cecil's holding closed, or
Yeah.
this one that's open and that Bella and Elib are in?
Well, I can't shoot. Mostly I'm preparing for something to bust through that door.
Gotcha. Cecil's door. Okay.
Yeah, because there's no way I can get a shot off with all my comrades.
Right.
there. So
There's no way. Yeah, Elib takes up more than a doorway.
right. So I'm going to prepare to whatever
door.
comes through that door. hopefully my guidance will be enough to get it and get an arrow in it.
Okay, sounds
Alright.
good. So if anything
Alright.
comes out, if Cecil has to give up and anything comes out that door, you will get an immediate action, fire that arrow.
Right, okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. Okay.
Sounds good. Grady,
All right,
finally,
finally get to do something.
you've been waiting so patiently.
I know.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you 2 turns. No, I'm just.
No, move into the doorway,
One this time, one next time.
assess the situation from here.
All right, so to your left, you can see that Elib and Bella, who's hiding behind her,
Mhm.
are fighting some creatures.
Okay.
And you
so-
hear sort of like, you know, this kind of like angry yelling that's going on. It's not Elib this time.
Long as angry.
But it's somebody else is angrily yelling. Got one, nice for you.
Yeah, Elib is surprisingly calm so far.
Elib has been sort of
I think you should roll again next time.
the calm core.
She's the voice of
go with
reason.
redemption again?
He is.
Elijah Craig.
Let me light your crank this thing up, please.
He's had a lot of zoomies today. He's getting close to the end of what he can zoom in.
Right.
Very good.
So he's starting.
Don't forget him.
Little water.
I got some water.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Where he keeps,
Sir?
he wants to
If you
keep
want to
hiking.
like aromate that a little bit,
right.
that's my go-to usually is a little whiskey and a little water, and that's what
I want to sit down a while. I want to sit down.
when I'm doing my emails late at
Here you go.
and looking at pornography. Oh, wait, did I say that out loud? That's not what I meant.
When I bring
I
out,
meant sociology.
when I
I
bring out,
meant news articles and
News
pornography, not
articles.
emails and pornography.
Yeah.
Exactly.
when I break out the Cavassier.
Works half the time, all the time.
Mhm.
All right, so you go in, you can see that there's Elib and Bella seem to be engaged with some creatures over there. There's a lot of yelling going on.
Okay.
Cecil is here, Jax is here. Jax is sort of like looking towards Elib.
Okay,
Cecil has got her back up against the wall and is basically like holding the door
Against the
shut.
door, yeah.
She's
okay.
got a saber in one hand. She's like, go, 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 finish them off.
Okay.
I'll keep these back. But frankly,
You don't think she
give
will?
me a perception check.
Sixteen.
Something bigger than Cecil is hitting that door
Yeah.
on the other side. But she may be able to hold it for a while. She's tough.
Right.
But
Not
it's not gonna be a forever thing.
So,
What? Why are you looking at me that way? It's like every time you look at me that way, it's like you're doing a sense motive check on me personally.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I most definitely.
how do you feel about that, Les?
Wait, let me
How
tell
do
you.
I feel a little de-sense motivated. is what
All
you mean.
right then. All right. Well,
So
since,
how does that make you feel?
A little bit like a child in a ball pit
Oh.
that somebody peed in.
Ah,
that wafting sense of urine,
It's a remarkably specific memory that I don't want to talk about.
too tragic.
All right, Grady, you step in there. You can also see Duskwire sort of in the corner. He's got his bow out and he's pointing it at Cecil. You're not sure what his deal is. Sounds like, he's probably finally going down the bend.
Well, since I can tell that I'm not gonna get in there, there's nothing I can do in there. At this
Well,
point,
so you could, all right, so the rule is you can pass through a friendly square without hazard. So if you wanted to come through here and get to like here
Yeah,
in front of
no,
Elib.
I don't wanna do that.
Well, Elib, it looks like it's fighting off to the left. So you're not 100% sure that.
I'm more worried about what's gonna come out of that door.
This door here.
Yeah,
Something heavy
Yeah.
is hitting it. And you can see Cecil. I mean, Cecil's up against the wall. She's like, go, go, I'll hold it back. And you just see her sort of like, I mean, she's a woman that weighs maybe 140 pounds. And you just see her,
mhm.
something's
Right,
hitting
something's coming
the
out there.
shit out of that thing.
So I'm gonna do perform two functions, I guess, there. Be there if something comes out that door, and to look to make sure nothing comes up behind us.
Okay. Nothing seems to be coming up behind you. Give me a perception check.
8. Not very perceptive.
Not very perceptive.
Are you
But
adding
you don't
bonus?
see. You have a bonus?
Have them.
I don't have a perception.
Wait,
bonus.
how's that? Let me double check that.
I was
could be
born.
wrong.
I was born in a closet.
Oh, 12.
12.
Yeah.
All right.
sorry. I
Um,
forgot about the bonus.
come with me for a second.
Oh, gosh.
I think I lost sound.
Les and Kevin walked away for a bit to talk.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Perception check.
See, yeah, secret stuff.
That's a room in down on the slide. There we go. Yeah. See. All right, sorry. Don't be sorry. So he checked the right box on the "Do you like me?" kind of
Yeah.
thing. So we're good here. Okay. All right. Are you doing anything? You've just done perception.
I'm
checks.
just gonna-
you got a turn. So you're just gonna.
I'm gonna wait there to see what happens.
All right. So do you want to like hold an action like Dustwire?
Yeah,
does
I'm
it say?
gonna hold, yeah, let me hold.
What are
an
you gonna
action.
do if you see something? You're gonna shoot
Shoot,
at it?
yeah, well, I'm gonna shoot, try,
Like ready a spell?
yeah, ready to spell, yeah.
All right, what spell?
Oh, gosh.
Just curious.
Um,
Fireball.
Firebolt.
Firebolt.
Yeah.
Okay. So you basically. So who's near him? Dustwire. Dustwire. Are you there? Dustwire.
Doug?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Doug, you see Grady begin to step through the door, and then he sort of stops and turns and looks backward from the way you came. Then you see him sort of like step over, and he's facing the direction you guys came, and you see him do a couple of he mentioned he says a couple of words.
Upstairs?
And you see him sort of like curl this thing, and you see in his hand, he has flames are like collecting in his palms. You can see him sort of looking up, and he's poised to throw that flame in the direction that you guys have come. He's looking in a different direction. But I only think Dustwire sees that. Blah! Jack,
Back, Dustwire's back.
yeah, Dustwire, you see Grady looking up the stairs, and he has coalesced some flame in the palms of his hand. Jack,
Do I get the feeling that the undead that I sensed before is now approaching?
No, that undead is still behind you, or sort of, well, and the way you're facing it's sort of off to your right, sort of deeper into the building. It's not coming from the direction that he's facing.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the Zed's turn. All right, so here we go, my zombies. I'm gonna eat you, Enid. And then this one runs where they can't get close enough, but only one could bite you. All right, so what do we got here? We got 2 slams and a tongue. That's gross. All right, here comes the slams to 5-foot step, so full attack. What?
If they move, they can't do a full attack.
They only move 5 feet. It's 5 foot.
Ah, yes.
Ooh. This could be something. 20 and 16.
Both miss.
Shit. This thing is just like the woman that has a dagger stuck in her is just like
If you were raging, would they hit? Really?
her yellow eyes are glowing. You see them sort of like, and her tongue falls out of her mouth, and it's like huge.
Ooh.
18 to 20
I'm
He's
inches
popular at the
long
parties.
as it tries to sort of like lick you, and it misses because she rolled a 12. So it's sort of like,
Don't unanimate her.
you sort of put your face back, and you can see that tongue has weird
Why?
spikes on it.
Oh, go ahead, get
Like
animated.
sharp ability, but it's like 20 inches long. It's sort of like
Do the zombie-fied versions of former humans count as humans for the purpose of favorite enemy?
I would say no, they're not really human anymore. There's something else. I would say no.
I would agree with that because they fight different now and everything
Yeah.
else.
And now for something completely different.
All right, so the other zombie is he sort of like is backed up against the soldier zombie is sort of up behind the woman zombie. You can see,
Right.
his tongue is lolling.
Can't really reach
He
anything.
can't reach you. So he's doing that, and you hear the Mwangi is looking over like, oh, go shot at that. And he sort of stops and begins to sort of turn around. That's it for those guys. Bella, you're up. All right, so Bella, you're standing right behind Elib. The Mwangi guy is trying to clock Elib with some sort of wooden club. Zombies try to bite her. Elib seems to be holding his own. Your dagger is still stuck in the zombie that tried to bite or clobber
If
Elib.
you can still throw another dagger at either the Mwangi or the zombie, that's probably what you would do,
Or run away.
or run away.
Or not.
Plumb bob them right in the knee.
No, my friend's in danger.
Up the
I must
stairs
save
where
her.
there's trouble coming from.
What was
Do
that?
what? Do what?
She doesn't know about the trouble on the stairs.
Never mind, don't worry about the trouble upstairs. You're not there.
It's probably gonna be fine.
Not the trouble you're looking for.
Because you don't know about it yet.
Okay, I rolled a 14 on my next dagger.
Don't need to
14?
worry her unnecessarily.
Yeah.
The zombie?
I was,
That is,
do I?
are you attacking the zombie or the Mwangi guy?
Yes.
I don't know, which one did I hit?
You hit the zombie, would not hit the Mwangi guy.
Then I was aiming at the
I'll
zombie.
I'll give you the option.
Is it really that easy?
Would you like to hit or not hit?
Do you want to hit the one you hit last time?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, so
Okay,
you actually reach between or around Elib's thigh and just sort of stab
I
it
didn't
with
think it was that easy.
another dagger.
yeah,
And you hit it. You do damage.
Like using a tree trunk as cover.
Yeah,
Mhm,
exactly.
yeah.
For a hobbit, absolutely. That's not me.
Not me.
I was gonna say, it's not quite 10 yet. You shouldn't be giving her options like that.
I've had 2 martinis already.
Okay.
Third. So
You did
Before
say
the
you
end
were
of the
drinking
night.
martinis.
everyone's getting an artifact. I've become the Oprah of artifacts. You get an artifact.
You get an artifact.
You get an artifact.
I've been waiting for that.
And I even asked him for a favor before y'all all got there. So I mean, he's still doing nice things for me.
For me, artifacts are like shitty iron stones, though. It's not like you're getting the sword of Kos or anything.
I can't go to Muddy tomorrow.
Why not?
I'm patching a ceiling.
I saw that ceiling. I understand.
So-
All right. How much damage?
So in my
That's,
basement, in the
That's
ceiling,
four.
big hole.
I thought.
That's
Yeah,
the, that's
There's a
the
leaving.
four.
Plus your,
Well,
plus your
she's
strength.
running in?
As I
Oh, it
was
might be D3,
leaving,
yeah.
Mindy was worried about the hail falling through that. Like,
You
That
said
hail
it's
was
D4
crazy.
plus my
ceiling in
strength.
the basement, how is it gonna get?
Yeah,
to-
what's your strength bonus?
My strength is
That's true.
11.
God
Yeah,
love
you
her.
probably don't have a bonus then.
Somebody's got
It's probably
that.
0.
Oh,
So just
man.
D4.
Oh, yeah, okay, the plus 0, okay.
If she really would have thought about it, she realized how silly
I
it
only
was.
rolled a 1.
A 1. Okay, that's
But there's a
fine.
huge hole in the ceiling.
You plunk that dagger
It's not
into
like
the
that.
creature's side.
How do you-
And
how
to
do
your
play
eyes,
that?
you know how humans have that
Stay
big
pretty.
super highway of blood in their thigh, the femoral artery that would normally
Uh-huh.
kill somebody. You plant that dagger in there and rip it back, and 0 blood comes out. And you're just like,
Yep.
that's not as bad as I hoped. All right.
Piercing damage doesn't do as much to zombies.
Well, I mean, yes. All right, you still have your dagger in your hand. The Mwangi guy is ignoring all this. So he yells, so Elib and Bella, you hear him yell something in Mwangi to the zombie soldier, who begins to turn away from the battle and move backwards into the room. In the meantime, he's going to do a full attack on Elib with his club, and he's still raging, so he's going to try the bite attack as well, because he is a berserker. All right, here we go. The 2 club attacks. Ooh, natural 6 plus 9 is 15. That's going to be a miss. Natural 19 though is a 28.
That does it.
That is the Kabonkerizer.
Donk.
All right, and you are not going to like this. That thing
I think
hits.
that's gonna trigger the zombie.
Oh, yeah.
That hit.
You just pissed off Elin.
He broke Elon's nose.
Well, he hits you in the side of the shoulder and sort of the side of the head. And let me just do the damage here. So, 8 plus 10 is 18 points of damage.
Wow.
From the Kabonkerizer. And then he's going to try to bite. Hold on a second. 7. So he missed the bite again. Even missed your armor. So, but that club,
That did a lot of damage.
it did a
Yeah.
lot of damage. And you could hear him like, as he rears back for another strike. But that is, he did a full attack, so that is his turn. It is your turn now.
Yeah, so now I'm mad
Okay.
and I'm disappointed in my axe, so I'm just gonna drop it and go at him with both my claws.
A clank, and you're gonna claw him. And you have that amulet of
Mighty,
mighty fistation. Yeah.
29 to hit. And 22 to hit.
Also a miss. No, those are both hits.
so go ahead and roll damage for both.
Let's just see what would happen.
If they
Les,
don't
can I, Les, can I take a step backwards?
5 foot step, yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, go ahead. Do you want to take a step back into the other room?
Yeah,
Total points of
yeah,
damage.
because last time Elib did something like this, it took me a week to get my hair right.
Sorry, I'm gonna write that down. Took me
A week to get my hair right.
I'm sorry, 27.
Is that too from last time also?
That's including.
It's a great quote. That
This time you
could
left
end up on a shirt someday.
Good.
The last time Hila did something like this, it took me a week to get my hair right. How much damage?
27.
27 points of damage. All right, so you come back. So are you using claws?
Yes, 2 claws.
All right, so
I rip into him.
the crunch of your great axe falling to the ground, sort of everybody hears that. And then you come forward and you're just like,
Well, she's right there already, but yeah.
and you see him sort of like step backwards. You hit him with both. The claws rip a big chunk of his face off. So it kind of the 27 got most of everything below his nose. So the jaw is exposed. There's a lot of blood. You did not get the veins in his neck though. So there's a lot of blood, but he's not like squirting blood. The second one came lower and came across his sort of like torso belly and ripped that open. So he's not littering the floor with entrails, but certain pieces of him are starting to like pop out a little bit, like a hernia almost, or
Protruding.
sort of chitlins.
We're
He's
prairie
still
dogging
up.
here.
He's bleeding all over the place. There's blood on his face. He can't talk. You can hear him going, you can see his tongue kind of like,
Cool.
He can't order the zombies.
he's not ordering the zombie. The zombie's already like, but he's like rear back. He's got his hand on this thing. He can't bite you anymore because a large part of his jaw is missing, but he's still got that thing. And you see him staggering backwards, blood pouring everywhere. You think he may try to hit you again next turn with his 2 remaining hit points. So I just want to say, Bella, we have a Verm opportunity here because Elib has done all the damage to this guy. He's below 10. If you kill him on your next turn and you will go before Elib, you get a Verm.
Could be vermalicious.
It could be Vermalicious. I'm just saying that that's the case. All right.
I'll keep that in mind.
Cecil's going to do a strength check.
Now, the Verm's still 5, or did you change the price?
Verms are still 5. Assists are now 3.
Oh, okay.
So if
Okay.
you get vermed upon, you get an assist. So if you verm this Mwangi, you get 5 to St. Jude, and Libby is obligated for 3.
Okay.
We are already we're in just now April. We're already at $100.
Cool.
So we may beat last year's total was doubled by Gordon.
Right.
Well,
we ended up
we're just
paying-
doing last year's total, not Gordon's double. We
So
just
last year's total was $300.
So we'll see what Gordon does. Keep
We're
them
ahead of
separate, but
We're
we're
ahead
already
of it.
ahead.
So I just got to tell you guys that the Saturday night crew, the Quarantine with the Classics crew, they're helping each other
Right.
when it comes to Verms. So they are setting them up and knocking them down. And they're doing that largely in favor of Tom Rowe, who won last year. So it was $300 last year. Gordon kicked in an extra 300, and I kicked in 100. So we ended up with 700 on the year. We are on pace to beat the original. So we're at the end of first quarter. We're at 100. So theoretically, we could be at 400 by the end of the year. So
We'll see.
it's
I know.
really doing well. This is really going to, all right,
Gordon and Jennifer are more than happy to double it because of all the help they got.
because of Max.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Max had cerebral palsy, he had CP, right?
Yeah.
And he spent some time at St. Jude.
I'll bet.
Yeah,
So that's why Gordon was like, I will double our.
I will
He did
always
without it.
support St.
Yeah.
Jude.
And it was, yeah, I met Max on a couple of occasions. And he had it really tough. He was,
Did.
it wasn't like cerebral palsy, like sometimes you see comedians with cerebral palsy doing jokes. He was confined to a wheelchair.
Yeah.
He was profoundly,
I saw him before he was confined to a wheelchair.
did you, were you still walking? He
Yeah.
must have been little,
But yeah,
because I saw him when he was maybe 9 or 10, he was already in a wheelchair. It was hard for them. It was a very
Very.
hard thing.
I bet.
For both of them. They've had a lot of obstacles
yeah.
to overcome in their life. And I have to give them props now to Gordon and Jennifer, because they've really turned things around for themselves, and now their lives
Yeah.
are really good, and it's enviable, and I'm really glad that this happened with them, because they had a hard road for a long time. Anyway,
I'm so sorry about their daughter, you know how she is now.
so
No, I mean, you know, the chef and the thorn bushes and everything. I mean, she's just awesome.
yeah, no, she does great. I mean, there was a lot of fun. So I'm hoping that we can get well, maybe Morgan back in the game sometime, you know,
Yeah, maybe.
in the future. So we'll see.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll be doing that again. All right, Cesyll rolled a not very good strength check. So
yeah.
those of you who are close, Duswar, you're facing the other way.
Yeah.
Jax, Bella, you will hear this huge sort of like
Crack.
boom on that door, and you see Cesyll pushed forward 5 feet. She's got her saber out, she staggers forward, she got her saber out, she turns around, and that door begins to open.
Okay.
Well, I should say open. It begins to open. And the smell of brine fills the air. But she's ready.
We being assaulted.
Jax, you're up.
Okay. This first zombie, not a lot of hit points left.
I mean, she's got a couple of stabs in her.
And I zapped her once.
Dead.
Disrupt
Oh,
undead.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, he did zap her once.
I'm disrupt undead again.
Okay.
15.
15.
Yep.
Touch AC.
Touch AC.
That's a hit.
3 points again.
3 points. Well, she had 2 left.
All right.
Sorry, she had 3 left.
3 points.
It's enough. So you see her sort of
Oh,
stagger
cool.
backwards, and the disruption sets up a resonance, and all of a sudden you see, and her brain sort of explodes.
Cool.
And there's a split head part, and she still sort of staggers around a little bit. And Elib, you're just like, that got on me. And,
Kind of like scanners.
but she goes back.
It's already covered.
He's already, yeah.
One thing you notice is that when the head explodes, the yellow glow is coming out of the neck hole,
Okay.
and it slowly dims as she falls to the ground.
Good.
And I yell, Elib, behind us.
Okay, Elib behind us. All right, that's it for you, Jax.
That's it for Jax.
Duswar. Still can't.
Do I see anybody coming through that door?
Not yet.
Not coming through it, but there's
The
someone
door,
right at
the
it.
door is opening. Cecil's been pushed forward. You don't see any creatures in there. The door is open about 1.5 feet, and it's continuing to open. Give me a perception check. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Give it to him
11.
now.
11. You may see what look like talons or a hand that's pushing the door open. You may also see what looks to be some sort of spear-like weapon.
Well, can I get a clear shot at the body of whatever's going through there?
You don't see the body of it. That's the problem. All you see is like the hand pushing the door open, and whatever is behind it is
Wielding a spear.
wielding a spear. Now, if you were to move out maybe 5 feet out, you think that maybe you would get a good shot, maybe you could get a good shot through the door at this thing.
All right, I move 5 foot forward
Okay,
and take my shot.
all right, so yeah, as you, hold on a sec, as you move forward, you do see coming out of that room. Oh, I didn't want to knock that over. You do see a creature that looks like, here you go,
Like it came out of the sea.
Wow.
like it came out of the sea, and it comes forward and it looks like it's going for Cesyll. Cesyll is sort of standing back. She's got her saber in her hand and she's like, she's ducking down and getting ready to stab this thing. He comes out, he's got some sort of like weird spear with a coral tip on it. I don't know, it looks weird. But yeah, you can see him from where you are. If you move 5 feet to this way, to there. If you stand back to back with Grady, you get a perfect shot at this guy.
That's what I'm doing. Perfect shot.
Oh, you nail it. Okay, go.
Plus the guidance.
Lost that guidance.
Let's do it for guidance.
23 to hit.
23 is a hit. Weirdly enough. Go ahead and roll damn.
Edge.
10 points of damage.
10
Wow.
points. That's pretty good. The arrow sticks into this creature and it lets out a harp-like bellow. As he looks down at the arrow and looks over at you, and you see that spear sort of become sort of whirl around at you, like maybe you're the guy he wants to kill next, as opposed to Cesyll. But that's a
Okay,
hit.
I drop my the bow and I pull out my saber.
Pull out your saber. Okay, perfect. Grady.
My turn. Do I see anything coming down the stairs?
Give me a perception check.
Seven.
Wow.
So do you perceive anything?
There comes a
What?
point in a GM's life, and it comes many times, where the players fuck things up so badly that you can't really give them the information.
I know.
You need to move the thing around.
Cricket.
Would you roll?
13.
Natural one.
No.
All right. So there's a couple of things. The sounds that you're hearing are louder,
Right.
multiple footfalls, multiple sort of like splashing.
Oh, good. The city folk are coming to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's whatever it is that's coming. It's not like wearing boots.
No, it's just
It
squishy.
sounds like it's wearing like hood and pops.
City folk are always barefoot
Yeah, they're always barefoot.
with flip flops
with
and
Jell-O
soggy
on them,
jello.
You don't see
I don't see
anything. It's kind of dark at the top of the steps, but maybe the shadow at the top of the steps has gotten a little darker. Maybe something's there.
How far away is that?
Oh shit, it's 20 feet maybe? It's just dark, that's a problem. And you roll really crappily on
I
the
know,
perception
I
check.
know.
Just like, hey, squirrel.
Other than that,
If I can. But like, I can vaguely think there's something there.
You think, yeah, you definitely think something has come up to the top of the stairs.
I can't see anything at the top of the stairs with that large dark figure blocking my view.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm just gonna go ahead and do my fireball then.
All right, so you are going to get a 50% miss chance for full cover because you cannot see your target. So go ahead.
So roll to hit and then roll 50-50.
Yeah.
Roll to hit.
Things are pretty active.
I've done it 4 times. No.
10.
10. All right. So you see the fireball. Give me another perception check and add +4 to it.
Were you 5th level yet?
No, it was 6.
Well, it's not.
Straight to get
6? You rolled a
Yeah.
6?
Well, I rolled a 2. Yeah.
Oh, 6.
Well, you've got 4 for yourself and plus 4.
Oh, so okay, 8, 6, 10.
10.
I get it. Tracy, can I buy you a new favorite 20-side dice?
Just put on a blindfold or something.
I will.
50 bucks, $50 and I'll roll it for you.
50 bucks. You
You got
could-
it.
This might be worth it.
Might be.
All right, so the firebolt goes up the stairs and it misses whatever you were firing at. But as the flames go forward, there is a reddish light that sort of illuminates the top of the stairs. And you
Briefly.
see something up there. At first, you're thinking shadows. It's some sort of shadowy creature. But then you see in the ruddy light of the fire that lands on the wall behind us. You see something shining like moist. It's big, bigger than a person.
Right.
And you hear that.
Lob
As
or
it comes
something.
kind of, it starts lobbing down the stairs. You still can't see
I
jack
can't see
shit,
it. And
but it's
I know
coming your way.
something wicked this way comes.
Yep. All right, that it for you, Greg?
Yeah, but as a free action, I'm gonna mention to Dustwater that there's something coming down the stairs that's big and squishy.
Does something coming down the stairs? It's crazy.
He knows.
All right, I'm gonna do some pants being. It's the Zed. So one Zed is dead. This other one has
That is bad.
has turned around from you, Elib, and is like sort of stumbling over to the last thing. You can hear without a perception check, and Bella, you can hear that too. It's like, hey, get away from me. Bella, give me a perception check.
Not touching me. Bad touch, bad touch.
Okay, since I rolled for Grady, now I can't roll anymore.
Nah,
Great.
You
What'd you roll?
tainted it.
I take it.
14.
Sorry, Bella.
It's all your fault.
Hey, you blaming me, you're not blaming anybody else.
Take the player, not the game. Wait, no, the other way.
Bella,
Game.
kill the barbarian. Not Elib, the other one.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you feel a plumb bomb curl around your cod piece in a manner
She
that
absolutely get a sneak attack because he
sucks
would
all
not-
the.
Oh, he would not be expecting it at all.
What did you roll for your perception check?
14.
14. Okay, that's good enough. All right. So Elib, you see the other zombie sort of
Just Bob,
stalking around,
Bob.
and it gets to the last cell, and you can see it sort of grab onto it. It's grabbing onto the door and beginning to like yank it open. Bella, you hear somebody in there is like, no, leave me alone. And then they say, they say something in words that you don't understand. But Bella, you immediately recognize that somebody is talking halfling in that cell down at the end of the room. They're basically saying in halfling, no, don't do this to me. Please help me, Yandala of the woodland realm. You know, they're praying or asking for forgiveness and help in halfling and hobbit.
Does that mean I'm going?
Not
Does
Hobbit,
it
that's
mean I'm going on in?
There's a hobbit in that cell down at the end of the way. All right, that's the Zeds. Bella, it's your turn.
Yeah. All right. You said one of these. You said one of these guys is almost dead.
Burn the barbarian.
The barbarian has a couple of points left. He's leaking from a variety of interesting places. The zombie down at the end of the hall
Untouched.
is untouched, but he's trying to like yank open that doorway.
Now let's get the barbarian down.
All right, here we go. What are you using? The dagger?
How close am I?
You're close enough to stab him. Oh, no, you're not. You have to like step in. So you would have to be able to,
or the dagger.
you'd have to either, well, throwing the plumb bob because Elib's in the way.
Okay,
So you'd have to like
Yeah.
step into here, which would be more than a 5-foot step. So you would get a single attack.
After
Okay.
rolls. It's a single attack anyway.
yeah,
Well, it's good.
Yeah. So it's not going to affect. It's going to be the same either way.
Yeah.
As you reach upward to stab this guy in the guts.
All right. So it's.
Junk.
Ooh, wow.
We discovered that I have a +0 on my strength, but I rolled a 16.
16 is a hit. All right, D4, no bonus. You need a 2 or better to kill this guy and get the burn.
Remember, cheating's a free action.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I got that. You
What'd
said
roll?
a 2 or better. You said a 2 or better.
Yep.
I rolled a 2.
That's
Yes!
it. You got the
Did it.
burn. All right, so you reach up, so you see Bella sort of like, she's like going through there. She's got that dagger in her hand. She just sort of gets next to the guy, and like right up into the codpiece. He gets a like tortured look on his face, like,
Oh, yeah.
"Ooh, that really hurt."
And two, Hobbit A.
To Hobbit A. He's not a Hobbit. He's a regular dude.
Right.
But what you end up doing, Bella, is you end up sort of releasing some of the last few strings that were keeping his entrails in, which means he dumps a bunch of guts onto the floor. You look up.
How
and
tall? But how tall
eyes-
is he?
Oh, he's about 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
Oh. So there goes my hair, right?
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna give me a reflex save.
It'll be quite thin.
That's what she's worried most about. Is getting her hair.
15.
15. You dodge out of the way and manage to avoid all of the guts getting in your hair.
It's just on your knees down.
There's a little bit on your left shoe and on your pantaloon on the right side.
Hey, you
So
worry
that
about what you're gonna worry about. I'm worried about my hair.
I don't blame you. Your charisma increases by 1 temporarily because of the avoidance. But yeah, he drops and he's desperately trying to push his entrails back in and fails miserably and falls to the ground.
You know how hard it is to get entrails out of your hair?
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Ellen knows.
You and I don't have to worry
Took
about
her
it.
a week.
It just runs right off.
Unless it's like leg hair or something,
Ooh,
but
no.
we don't have to deal with that.
No.
All right, that's my berserker's gone. All right, so Bella, that's it for you, right?
Yep.
All right, Mwangi guy is
Gone.
deadish. So it's Elib's turn.
21 perception. Am I aware of the stuff in the hall behind me, or am I?
You could
Only
hear them
focus on
like,
the
you could hear
zombies
the
zombie.
stuff crunching around and.
I did yell the last time.
What did you yell?
Elib behind us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, so you would have been definitely aware of that. You guys are only like 10 feet away from each other.
A lot of noise going on.
There's a fair amount.
50-50.
High, I stay on the zombie that's directly in front of me, that's already in my field of vision.
Right.
Low, I remember that Jack's wanted.
Wait a second, are you running up to it?
Well, not you. She doesn't know yet.
A 9, so that's low, which means that I go.
You're,
after the
yeah,
one
she
behind.
does run up to the one in the zombie.
Down the end of the subway.
Yep.
Okay,
Is there a trap in this?
that's a good idea, I should add that. You go in there. Boom. All right. Boss or axe?
Clock off.
She dropped the axe.
That's true.
He.
We're gonna do that.
I know.
I'm working on it.
Since these are not humans, a 22
Hit.
and a 14.
Also a hit.
Hold on. Yeah, it's also. Yeah, they're not exactly dodging the shit out of us.
Right, right. Whoa.
8 points of damage.
All right. So you basically, the first shot sticks your claws in the creature's throat. So that they're penetrating through all the way through to the back. Your next shot takes the head off.
Ooh.
At which point the head goes ka-dunk, 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 rolls up against the wall, sits there, sort of goggles at you twice, and you see the yellow eyes kind of like wink out. The body stands there for a second, which seems to be the longest second for a while. It's just standing there, then it just sort of goes and falls to the ground.
Penetration is
Pop
the
it
key to
there.
success.
Well, you're not in a position to look yet, right? So the
Fair.
thing is just fell over. You're not at the doorway. It was trying to pull the doorway, but when you came at it, it turned to fight.
Fair.
Don, what the hell are you looking at?
The board.
This is like, you're standing over it like a sommelier.
I'm studying the board.
Okay. There does seem to be, so Bella and Elib, just so you guys know,
To E4.
all the creatures seem to be dead in the cell block.
Okay.
Elib Cesyll. Cecil runs forward and tries to stab the guy.
The guy. Hey, the guy.
So yeah, so she runs, well, she
She's
doesn't
right
have to
there.
run forward. She's right there. She's just like, oh, and stabs him. 4. Okay, that many points of damage.
Come
And you
on.
see him sort of like, he's making noises at her and seems aggravated at the fact that she stabbed him. She stabs him with her saber and pulls it out and she's like, ha ha, I always wanted to do this to you seagoing bastards. And she prepares herself for another strike. Jax.
Okay. Perception check to see if there's anything behind this guy.
Well, there's a room back there. You don't see any people back there.
Okay, there's no person right behind him. Okay. I'm gonna do an acrobatics to get on the other side of him.
Oh, yeah.
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 No, I'm not.
What'd you roll? Is that
A one.
Is that a natural one? All right, so you
hit
stop
the wall.
here,
Now you're right next to him.
and I believe when you roll a natural one, they get an attack.
He gets an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Which means he's whipping that spear around to make a bit of a mess of you. Let's go ahead and roll that. 20.
Yeah.
That'll hit you. All right. That
Yeah.
spear comes around with that coral piece on the edge of it.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, that's sharp as obsidian, isn't it? As it hits you for 6 points of damage.
Excuse me.
As he looks at you, laughing. You see him draw back the spear for another attack. Here's your son.
Wow.
Okay, I have two options.
What are those options?
I can attack or I can withdraw.
Okay.
Those are 2 options.
Those are my two options. I'm gonna withdraw.
Ah!
What?
Ah,
To here.
the rooster maneuver.
Now, it's already done its reaction.
That's true.
So, my last thing is as a free action, yell for Elib to come this way and help. Danger, danger, danger.
You hear Jax yelling out, squeaking out, really.
Oh,
How dare this guy's here? How dare
I'm done.
Yeah, you're just like, whoop. All right, that's it.
Thus far.
Jax Duswar.
Okay, Duswar takes a 5-foot step forward and swings
Okay.
with his sawtooth saber.
Okay.
22.
22's it.
Seven points of damage.
Got it. He's still up. Not happy, but on his feet and getting ready to stab Jax. Anything else for you?
No, I'm gonna stay in the thick of it.
Okay, Grady, you're next. Give me perception check. Just for fun.
9. Okay, well, shit.
There's nothing up there.
Nothing up there.
You're wearing sunglasses?
I'm done.
There's gonna come a point where you can roll a 1 and you're gonna be able to see what's happening. It's gonna be right next to you.
Until then.
Nothing do anything.
All right,
So,
I can't wait any longer.
I know you can't.
For you to do a decent roll.
Sunday, are you joining us for lunch at
What time is lunch?
The edge?
1 o'clock?
I may or may not. I don't know if you're
Okay.
here yet.
I probably
Yeah,
will
the game-
not join at 1, but I may get there early to see part of the game.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
the game
not-
starts at 1, so we're gonna get there in time for the
Yeah,
start.
I may not get there, but I may.
But you'll see some of it and then
Yeah.
go to the movie.
Oh, look what I see.
Well, you
You
don't
never
really
responded.
see much.
I
With a
know.
9, you mostly hear it.
Okay.
None.
Something is,
Okay,
In my defense.
and you can
it's
hear
because I
that.
was
Remember
dealing
that
with
growl that you heard?
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, in my defense, I'm gonna come hug you.
It's coming. Something wicked my way is coming.
Yep, it is coming down the stairs.
Like
Okay,
ever do
Can I
it,
ready action to wait for it?
okay?
Sure, so you can get a better
You
look at it. Yeah,
You or not
you do that.
either way.
Yeah, let's do that.
It's gonna be
There is no
on.
try.
There is no try.
At this point, you know. Ashley,
As far as I know, you don't get out much. And I want you to get out as much as you can.
I'm doing physical therapy twice a week right now.
Are you?
Peopled out.
Okay, I get that. It's when you don't go out at all for a week is when I worry.
All right, that's it for grading.
Okay,
yeah. Miserable as it is.
I'm out of zombies, I think,
Yeah, you are.
thanks to Elib.
You're out of zombies.
Cindy's not a people person either. Unless she's drinking.
Not
She's
really
a
a
people
zombie.
person.
Oh,
All right, Bella, you're up, top of the list. So,
I gotta get her to drink.
couple of things. Elib killed the last zombie, the one that was going over there. You don't hear the Hobbit voice anymore, but you definitely remember it from being in that last cell.
And there's nothing between me and the last cell.
No,
Just
couple
a
of
dead zombie.
couple of dead zombies and Elib, sort of, who seems to be coming back this way. Hopefully, because Jax is starting to make squeaky noises. Like that.
I'm going to go that way and
As standard, your
look
little
around,
buddy-
look around the corner and see if there is somebody in there.
Okay.
Somebody help me.
Well, not somebody.
Hold on a second.
Jax behaves with Elib after he pokes a bear.
Yes, yes.
It reminds me of the way my mom would ask someone something in French or German
Okay.
and then immediately step behind me so that I could receive the answer and continue the conversation.
Translate and everything.
All right. Bella, you run down to the doorway. The door is still closed. You look inside and you see on the other side of the, hold on a second. You see on the other side of the doorway, a hobbit standing there, a male hobbit.
Kill him.
It's on the other side of the door, so you can't be killed yet.
Open the door and kill him. Have him come up right against the door.
And when
He's not dead yet.
Is there a window in the door?
he's not dead, he's actually, he comes up to,
more like
he
jail cells.
sees you,
Yeah.
Bella. He comes up to the door and he's like, he says in halfling, am I dead? Am I dreaming? Is there another halfling here? Who are you? As he comes up to the door and sort of grabs onto the
You're the most beautiful sight I've ever seen.
grabs onto the door, like, oh, look him up. Yeah, there's
Doesn't have
definitely
thoughts.
there's
And it's not
definitely
me.
a halfling male in that cell. And he's talking to you in halfling, he's basically saying, where did you come from?
Where have you been all my life?
This is the least likely
We're translating.
situation. Yeah, this is the least likely scenario that I expected.
Bill asks, what's his charisma?
Yeah.
His charisma, 11-ish. He's not repelling anybody.
So bald.
No, that would be at 16.
Wow.
He is
Jax is
actually
dead.
halfling male here though, so that might give him a few.
Yeah,
plus points.
that's a bonus.
Substantial bonus.
But yeah, I mean, so Bella,
Yeah.
you get there and this guy's like speaking to you in halfling. He's like, where have you come from? Are you for real? Are you real? Or are you some sort of ghost?
Or at least the last few days.
Tell me truthfully. Do you say anything to him?
Can I tell by looking at him? Does he look like he's like normal, or does he look like he's
He looks
got
normal.
zombie eyes?
He's not zombie yet.
He's not a zombie. No, he doesn't have yellow eyes or anything like that. He looks very much
A little
like
like.
this guy, this fella right here. Hold on a second.
That's the same one that was there before.
Yeah, I'll get there. He was very
Yikes.
much like that guy right there.
Oh,
Huh.
that's for the 11 charisma.
Yeah, he needs the charisma.
Dark and brooding.
He needs a great personality.
He's sitting back on his cock. My name is
So
Bill Halfling.
You say cot?
No, you said cock.
You didn't see my motorcycle outside, did you?
Sitting on his taint.
Lord,
I've created a cairn.
That's where people sit.
Created a
Okay.
cairn box to support my taints in these
Ain't wrong.
days, these prison days. Try not to.
I think since we've got other things coming down the stairs, I'm gonna tell him just to sit tight and we'll be back.
He leaps off of his bed. He's like, no, let me out, let me out. They'll kill. What if they kill you? Then they'll kill us. You gotta let me out. Let me out.
I don't know anything about, I don't know anything about you and I am not letting you out while I'm the only one in.
I'm a fellow halfling. You must save me. Hurry back. Help me.
We'll be back.
Bell pulls out.
It's a pony. It's really.
Bell pulls out her Mr. Microphone, back to pick you up later.
Back to Mr. Microphone. So, speaking of Mr. Microphone, I was at the office one time.
Hold on,
Oh,
hold on. So there was this toy, there was a microphone.
We had to explain Mr. Microphone.
Yeah, she didn't get the reference. It would broadcast on FM, okay? So you would turn an FM radio to the same frequency, so you could talk into it and play it over speakers. And during part of the commercial, this guy is sitting in a convertible and say, yeah, hey, good looking, we'll be back to pick you up later. Like, that's gonna pick up women.
In the 80s, that worked.
You wonder why men are tense. We were taught that that would work.
It's a miracle any of us got married.
They were all swoon.
Hey Doug,
Yeah,
just checking.
no, I'm fine.
You're
I'm
leaning
listening.
back pretty far in that chair.
But I was.
Yeah, I
speaking
know.
of
I'm
something
listening
similar.
to
I was-
remembering my own experiences with Mr. Microphone.
Oh no! What happened?
Nah, you don't want to know.
You went back to pick him up later, and then there was a.
I
fight.
did, and they chastised me. So I want to hear about your
Really?
office. I want to hear about your office experience.
So I was at the office one time and I ended up there was a conference room in the office that had two doors. And on one hand was the door that everybody came through and was near the front, and there was a back door. So I came in late. I came in the back door and I sat down, and it was a while before people noticed I was there. And somebody turned to me and goes, how'd you get in here? And I did this.
No one knew it.
And they looked at me
No one knew it.
like I was out of my fucking
Wow.
So for those of you who couldn't see, I just did the bewitched sort of
Genie.
Genie.
I dream of Genie.
genie thing. Where you put your hands on your things and sort of blink. And they looked at me like I was like out of my fucking head.
You're a psycho.
Also, I was in a bad mood the other day and somebody asked me what it was like to work before email. And I said it's gonna be a lot like what it's gonna be like when they cancel retirement for you.
Oh.
Conversation stopped. right there.
Oh.
They were not happy about that.
2 years ago, I received the current edition of Mr. Microphone.
Did you really? Is it an actual microphone now?
It's an actual microphone. Allison, Mindy's niece, gave it to me for Christmas. It was a karaoke machine, and it's basically just a microphone, but this is all blinged up.
All blinged up, huh?
It's a microphone that broadcasts on FM, and you set it to the right band, and
You know what we need is a Mr. Microphone for the Gen Con campsite. So we go like, hey neighbors, we'll be back to drive 8.5 miles an hour.
That's a sure way to get us kicked out.
Right.
it's okay, we're gonna do it at your campsite.
When they come by, we should be like,
Hey,
hey neighbors, your name wouldn't be Richard, would it?
That's dick to you.
Last name did.
Mr. Head.
That's,
too.
that's what we need to register him as next time. Different joke.
Richard
names.
Head.
Richard Head.
Michael Hunt,
Michael
Hunt.
Iva Biggin,
Shitey aid.
Shotty, yeah. All right, where were we?
Orangelo.
Bella, you just finished, right? Down there with
Yes.
the guy in the thing. Okay. So yeah, so there's a hobbit in there. He seems to be okay. He seems to be a little bit disconcerted, frankly, and a little weirded out. So
Well, he'll be safer in there than he will out here, it looks like.
probably true.
Yeah. He probably can roll a nice perception check too.
Oh, look, there's a thing there.
Wow.
All your perception checks do not matter anymore. because
It's there.
Basically, right in front of you.
You now have to roll a negative number to
Yeah.
not see it.
Yeah, well, we're not even gonna go with perception anymore. This
Right,
one
no, he's there.
Rolls up
Yeah, he's there.
and he is attacking and.
I'm sure.
So it is, so you finally get your first real look at it. And
After
the
three-
shadows as it comes down the stairs and it sort of was like down the stairs at you.
That's a noise that's not familiar.
It's big. And it
Squishy.
seems to be somewhat amorphous. It's not an ooze because you can see that it's got face, arms, that kind of thing.
Okay.
But the weird thing is those faces and arms look vaguely dog-like. However, it's definitely standing on two legs. So it's not a dog or a wolf or anything like that, where it would be a quadruped. It's definitely a biped, but it has a doggish or canine face of some sort. And claws of the same.
Undead Knoll.
And it's going to do 2 attacks on you. No, it's not. It's definitely not a knoll because a lot of it's, well, you don't know if it's a knoll or not.
Yeah.
But it's bigger and broader than a knoll.
Okay.
And the bigger, broader parts seem very amorphous, like oozes. 23 and 21.
They both will hit.
Sheesh, okay. Here we go. Let's just get, hold on, I gotta get over.
Oh, why would-
You don't have.
Yeah, you're not front line.
No, I'm not.
You don't have 10d6, do you?
Yes, I do.
Don't need it, but just want to see what happens. All right, so
Thanks.
so 7 plus 8 is 15 points of damage as 2 huge sort of like pseudopod arm things just like boom, boom, just smash the shit out of you. I also need a fortitude save. Oh, wait. No, I don't.
I know. Just showing you.
Those are your dice? You gotta get some dice that are all the same.
No, I
Come on, it's tradition.
I do have sets of dice, but
Kevin, are you using the ship die roller?
What'd you roll?
I got 10.
10.
Yes, he
Not
is.
enough. You also take another. Oh shit, that is a cock die. Oh, shit, max 6 points of acid damage.
I'm at a
You
negative
are-
5.
You are down.
I'm down.
Oh no! All right, who's in sight range of him?
A Dustwar. He's right
Cecil.
behind him.
Dustwar, Cesyll. Is that it?
yeah, basically.
All right, Dustwar, you see this creature, some sort of shadowy, amorphous creature, come up on Grady and just smash him, just like boom, just break him down. Cecil's busy, frankly. She's fighting a schoon, so she's not paying attention to that. So, Dustwar, you see Grady go down. No one else does.
All right.
Elib's up. Elib, where are you? Where
I
are
was
you?
by the last.
She just killed the last zombie.
That's
He
true.
just killed the last zombie.
Ella ran forward, went to the door. You're turning around because Jex is yelling, I need you, I need you.
Right, so I would go towards where I hear Jex
You're heading towards Jex, okay.
and attacking the first creature that I see once I round a corner or get through a doorway.
That would be Jex.
No.
Frankly, we've all been waiting for this day. When Elib finally kills Jex.
What's your speed?
30.
Oh, she'll get there easily.
Yep.
Just
Yep.
the one attack.
One
So
attack.
there's a scoom right there. Everybody sort of gathered around it. That scoom has come out of the door. You don't see anything else in the door, but he's out and he's like fighting. He's fighting Cesyll, actually. He's bringing his spear around to try and stab her. You got a flanking with Dustwar.
Yep.
Give me a perception check before you roll them.
15.
15. You also see Grady fall to the ground in the stairway. And there's something on the other side of him. You can't see that one.
You did your job. You paused it.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
second-
blocked. You got to step
That's a
over me.
secondary character, right?
You have another character
I
roll
will
up.
be. I will be, but I'll have one for next time.
Flanking, so 26 to hit, which hits
That's a hit.
13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. You have
Not good.
11 left. So what are you using? Use your claws.
Just, yeah, I only
Well,
had one
yeah.
paw.
So your claw goes, I mean, you're just like, and you just plant it right in the guy's head. Actually, you know what? Tell me what you do. How do you kill this guy? You tell me.
What position was this guy in relation to me? Was he
Sideways
facing
like
me or
this. He was
sideways?
facing a catty corner view. He was facing Cesyll. So you're coming to him from the right hand side.
I probably would have gone along the back of the neck and like plunged him just
Like
kinda
in the back, like here, just
Yeah,
like
like-
downward,
came from
not and sort of like the claws just go in and like what rip something out kind of thing, like
probably
spine, you're ripping
like
his spine
an
out.
overhand, like downward.
Okay. All right, those claws just bear. How long are your claws?
Probably
5-6 inches?
probably
Longer?
about 6 inches.
Okay. So yeah, so you get him in the back of the neck and you can feel your claws penetrating and scraping off his vertebrae, which are smaller and more tightly packed. But you managed to get, you could feel a claw sort of insert itself in there, and he just, it's like snapping, it's like turning off the light. Once you hit that spinal cord, he just sort of goes to jelly, and he's like a marionette with his strings cut. And he falls down, and you look over and you see Cesyll poised to attack again. And she looks at you and she's like, and she starts looking around. Well, you see her looking into the room because she's worried that more of them are coming out. Because Bella heard, frankly, talking in there. You guys, guys may not know that. Bella certainly does.
I don't know that.
I don't.
I don't either.
All right. So Elib, I think that's it for you.
Yep.
No?
I said, yup.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Cesyll nods to you. Thank you. My turn now. And she, the creature is on the ground and she runs into this room. Oh, vengeance! Lols! Thrushmore! You hear her yelling out, and then she disappears in the dark. Jex. Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Okay.
And I run into that doorway.
Where are you?
In there.
You go
5 foot.
inside.
I go inside there.
Okay. All right. You see Cesyll running this way. In the dark.
Okay.
You also see a creature here,
Oh, shit.
which is beginning to come towards you. And another creature here, which Cesyll seems to have missed in the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's human, so she doesn't have dark vision. So it's possible she may have run right past the creature going on. But this one is going to take an attack of opportunity with this weird sort of trident that it has. And it's going to try and stab you.
Didn't do one when Cesyll ran by.
You're not sure that it saw Cesyll,
Hey. Hey.
but it definitely sees you.
Hey.
Rolled an 8, so missed. So it's a bad miss. It's sort of
Yep.
like swung it around and that kind of thing. It's possible that Cesyll went by and it tried the same thing on her. Or it just didn't expect to see somebody come running through there. It's like remember what is it? Band of Brothers?
Oh, yeah.
Lieutenant Spears. Remember when they were attacking those guys and he ran forward all the way through enemy lines,
Yeah.
looked back and then ran back? That may be what Cesyll's doing.
Might be what I'm doing. Okay. So he just sprang
Whatever
at me.
happened, that guy in the corner missed you.
This guy did. Right at the door.
Yeah, the door guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't look that smart, so there could be a lot of misses in his world. Gonna kind of follow Cesyll. You pass Cesyll.
Yeah.
1 second. Might be an issue there.
You know, just because Leroy Jenkins didn't mean you had to.
Oh, shit.
Trying to find some place where I can flank with someone.
Okay. Hold on a second. I need to make some more.
Oh, shit.
This is taking me a moment. I only need 3 or 4.
Oh, shit.
I'm kidding.
It's more like 6.
Yeah.
So as you
Stop
pass,
helping.
as you pass Cesyll, you find yourself in a room and there's big barrels. So you see these things over
I
here?
see
These are
those 3
big
barrels.
barrels. There's a guy standing here, one of those schooms. There's another guy standing next to this doorway. There's a doorway here that goes into this area.
The doorway's closed.
Yes, the door is closed. The problem is they sort of, as you come through here, they step back. And when you pass this barrel, you hear a, and you have triggered the, what they call freezing spray trap. I need you to make a reflex save as a gout of liquid squirts out of there and onto you. This is not going to be good.
Oh, no.
I need those dice back. Those dice that you brought over here. Can I borrow those again?
No, you don't.
We'll trade you 4 by 6.
I rolled a 14
That is not enough.
plus 8.
Plus 8.
Reflex is my jam.
All right. the
So
reflex
22
is 20 for half.
I have evasion.
Sorry to hear that.
You do not.
Oh,
All right. You still take 10 points of damage.
okay.
For temerity. No, you hear there.
I hear. I'm like shit. I jump back.
There's this bionic sense that you're like,
Whoa.
so you're coming through there. You're gonna jump backwards.
Yeah.
All right. So you throw yourself backwards into here.
There's a race that is known for trap making.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So yeah, you would have heard this thing go, and you see this like sort of milky liquid kind of like squirt across the
right in
thing.
front of me.
And as you're standing there, you can feel how cold it is. It's some sort of cold trap.
Okay, being a reptile, cold doesn't affect me.
You can see some of the areas like the door jam and that kind of stuff where the stuff is sprayed onto, and you can see the frost on it, where it's frozen some of the things. You can also see the scooms in the background, like, and they've got their spears and tridents and stuff like
Ready
that.
now, yep.
That kind of stuff. You also see that one guy at the end. He's got some sort of sling, and you see him sort of like,
Okay,
and he's starting to prepare for the thing. Cecil's like, Cesyll grabs you on the shoulder, and she's like, "Get out of the way!" You know, like, all right, that's Jax. Dustwar, you're up. Where are you at? Where are you even at? All right, so
He's
you're
right.
over there.
he sees the glob.
The dead guy. No, he wouldn't see the glob from there. No, the glob is like.
Wait. Here's
That's
Dustwar.
Dustwar. The
Here's the
glob.
glob.
No. Oh, that glob. Yeah. The spray is
The
here.
spray he wouldn't see.
Right.
But this
the
thing-
creature that just crushed Grady.
Mhm.
Yeah, he definitely sees it. He's like, it's. So Dustwar, give me a perception check and try to do better than Grady did.
Please. Can't do worse.
This picture just gave me much for vehicles.
22.
Really?
22. That is
Yeah.
better than Grady did.
It's by a whole
So
lot.
you see a creature. It's not an undead creature. Because you don't get undead vibes off it, but it is what it looks like. So what it looks like, it's bipedal, but it looks, the parts that are solid look like they look very canine, like a big dog, Saint Bernard, Belgian Malamute, that kind of thing, but amorphous. The parts that are not dog look like ooze. And when Grady got hit, and you saw this. I mean, he got bashed a couple of times, and there were sprays of like liquid or gel that kind of like flew off of the creature onto the ground. And if you look to the ground, you can see that those sprays, that gel, is sort of eating into the stone a little bit. So it's got some sort of acidic properties. Grady's on the ground. He does not look happy, and he does not look conscious.
Yep.
All right. I burst.
Burst. Okay.
Everybody gets, I am ignoring the one creatures that I can see, which would be the only,
one
the one creature that just attacked Grady.
Yeah.
Everybody gets 8 points back.
Thank you.
8 points back. All right. So you were 5 down.
Yep.
So you're on the ground, but now you are conscious.
Okay.
You're also now, one rule that we don't typically do here is what happens when you're knocked unconscious and you come back, which is the disabled quality.
Right.
Which means you are down to 1 action per round, not 2 actions. That's essentially it.
Okay, unless,
But you're conscious now, and you can see this thing standing over you.
Yeah.
What did you say? I'm disabled. Doug, what were you saying?
I'm gonna move then past, I'm gonna go into the doorway of the prison area.
Okay. You're going to the, you're going to,
Kevin, I'm gonna ask you where you were hit, and you're gonna say leg.
so you're gonna pass
Where were you
Elib.
hit?
Legs.
All right, so you're going there. What are you looking for?
What I'm gonna do is start preparing a spell,
Okay, so you can see Bella, who's talking to someone in one of the cells.
whatever. I'll get out of her
Nobody
way.
else is in there except for a couple of dead zombies and some guy.
That's all right.
who's-
I'm hoping there's nothing in there. I gotta buy myself a time for a round to summon something, so.
Ooh, summoning. I love it.
Something.
All right, that's Dustwar. Grady, you are conscious. You are prone.
Right.
You have 1 action per round, and this thing is standing above you.
Play
Now-
dead!
You recognize that it doesn't know that you're conscious. And it seems to be moving past you.
I'm gonna play dead.
I'm gonna play dead. All right, give me a deception check.
Ooh. See what my pluses are in deception.
-4, something like that. That'd be good.
That's my role usually.
Bella, you're up next.
It's bluff actually, right?
Yep.
$16.
16. All right, yeah. So as far as you can tell, your imitation of death seems to be working. Because
Something
the
that's
creature,
working
the
lately.
creature looks like it's stumbling over you. As it stumbles over you next time, I will need you to make a reflex save to keep the driplets of acid that come off of it from hitting you, like in the eye or the tongue.
Ooh, wow, that's not a good spot to have that.
That would suck.
Yeah.
All right, but that's it for you, Grady?
Yep.
You're not gonna do anything crazy? Jump up, attack the thing?
No,
Come on, you
No.
don't wanna.
no,
All
not
right.
until it gets past me.
Bella,
Not Neela.
you're looking at the guy, Bella, a couple of things happen. At the doorway of the cell block, you see Dustwar, and he looks like he's casting a spell. Although you're not sure if he's casting a spell on you. You're talking with this guy, the Hobbit guy inside. He says, my name is, and he's saying in Halfling. He says, my name is Sholn. My sister's name is Halisa. I'm from the town. Please let me out. I've been here for almost a week. They're gonna kill me.
Let me kill you first.
The fish creatures are gonna eat me. Please let me out. And he's saying all of this in Halfling, so no one else understands it. Bella, what do you do?
Do you have any fighting abilities?
You let me out of here, I'll fight my way out. I promise you. You know that the strength and courage of hobbits is nothing compared to that of fish creatures or any other people that we might run into. Also, I was once a farmer, and you know how farmers are when it comes to fighting. Give me a cabbage and I will slay.
Oh, dear Lord.
No, he doesn't give you the, he says he'll fight his way out, but he doesn't give you the impression that he is
What, you
skilled
gonna
in,
get gas or something?
fighting.
Gas everybody out?
You're not sure what he does, but he doesn't give you the idea that he's like an adventurer or a warrior or anything like that.
In the experience, yes, fighting.
Give me Bella, give me a quick intelligence check.
Yep. IBS.
Just roll me a d20 with your intelligence bonus. Try it. It's gotta be good. You gotta do better than I don't know, Kevin.
Great, yeah, I know. Thanks.
How about a 33?
33? You
Uh-huh.
reckon
My intelligence is a 14 and I rolled a 19.
No, your intelligence bonus. Your intelligence bonus would be +2.
Oh, the plus
So-
2. Okay, so 21.
21. All right. You
Just.
I know,
Barely.
21's pretty good. You recognize this guy when he says his name is Sean. It reminds you of something. And the moment he
Yeah,
says
first
his name
or
is, his sister's name is Halissa, you remember the Hobbit woman that came to you at the Silver Wagon and said, "My brother has been disappeared by the constables. I've gone there a bunch of times, and I they tell me he's not there or I can't see him." This is the guy, or at least you think he's the guy.
For the record, I did not call dibs.
Okay,
But you think this
Well-
is the guy that this
On Halissa,
woman
it's
came,
different.
this Hobbit woman came to you at the Silver
I don't
Wagon
do that
and
in this
said,
campaign.
"Can you, you're a Hobbit, can you please help me find my brother?" This is her brother, you think?
Found him.
but I didn't know what her name was. But I knew.
We did a task, we should go up a level.
That was what the
Right.
intelligence check was, for her to remember what her name was. You remember her
Oh,
name
okay.
was Lisa. She came to you at the Silver Wagon. She's like, you know, you guys are like new in town. You're doing all these crazy things. You seem like people
What
who can
crazy
help me.
things?
My brother has been taken by the constables and I've never seen him and they won't tell me where he is. You're thinking this guy may be that guy.
Well,
The names are right. The description is right. He mentioned her name. He seems real.
I'm gonna try and let him out.
All right, do you want to disable device to try and do the unlock the thing?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. That's my water one.
Do I get the plus 2 or just the base?
All about the base.
It's not a trap, just a base.
It's just the
Okay.
base.
So 29.
29, yeah, you, it takes a moment, but you get in there with your locks and picks and you have that thing done pretty quickly. It's open.
All right. Well, come on, let's go see what we've got to fight. We're gonna head toward the door.
Comes out of there like a rocket. The
And
door
stabs us.
slams against the wall. He's like, "Whoever you are, I'm in your debt. My life is yours. How? Tell me, how do we get out of here? Where must we go?"
That's the big goose.
You killed all the ooze things.
Toward the fight there at the door, at the corner.
Over the ooze and through the woods to
Grandmother's house we go.
All right, so what do you tell him?
We've got to go back to the door and fight our way out.
Do you have a weapon?
Fuck
No,
that.
I'll try and fight. I'm not a fighter. I'm a merchant by trade, but I'll do what I can if it's
I'm not
it's
a
my life.
fighter, I'm a seller.
I knew a caravan guard.
I'm a caravan guard, and he starts slaying people.
There's an enormous great axe in there. on the
Yeah.
Yeah,
floor. Or
that'd be
a blue
good.
shillelagh.
For
this
a, for a,
guy.
ha- for a halfling.
Yeah, this hobbit guy's like, "Help me lift this. We will take this axe to the people."
You've got a couple of daggers and a zombie.
Yes, I do need to get my daggers back as we go by.
Okay, so you guys are heading back out of the cell block. All right, that's cool. Bing steps over Grady. He's had it with Grady.
Yeah,
Steps over and comes in here and looks around. Ooh, ooh.
where is everybody? Everybody ran away? That's it? Steps on top of the creature and up
Kevin,
to
is it
Elib
raining?
and attacks.
But-
Is it
Would this be
raining?
considered
so.
a sea creature?
No, he is not.
I'm just curious.
It's a good question. He gets a single attack.
Well, I get that, sure,
Because
AC
he
against
moved.
Creatures from this.
Yep, no, your armor is different for creatures from the sea. He is not a creature of the sea. Oh shit, natural Twinzo. Come and look.
I believe it.
Yep.
Natural 20. Gonna roll to confirm. 14
Nope.
plus 10 is 24.
Herbs.
Ooh, we're gonna go with the chart. This is a natural attack too. What now?
He might go down.
There'll be 2 that will go down.
Don't let our Elib go down on us.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
fuck.
Oh, let you
Elib go down.
All right, so the I don't know, I've never seen this one before. The thing is called ventilated.
Oh, God.
Target suffers max damage and 1d3 bleed.
Ooh.
So max damage for this creature would be for the single attack. Where is it? D6 plus 5, so 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And then 1d3 bleed. Let me go ahead and roll that. So 2 bleed.
You bleed or not to bleed?
So 13 this point, and you have persistent bleed of 2, which will happen every round.
Unless healed.
Unless healed. So are you still up?
I am.
Okay.
you
That
said crit, I
is
assumed it was
that
gonna be
guy's
massive
thing. Elib, it's your turn. What?
I'm hoping,
Are you, what are you, like waving?
I'm
people
hoping
off?
Doug just this,
Doug's about to go down.
there's no camera that he can see me, so
Doug is about to die.
Doug's gonna heal himself.
31
that too.
and
I know what to do. It's just that it's messing up my plan that could have,
Hit.
it would work.
31 and 18. So 31 does hit.
31 does hit, 18 hits.
Forget the working plan. Go with the plan that keeps people alive.
Yeah, I know.
To the birth anyway, after.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. So what are you attacking with? Claws, okay. So both of those hit.
Was any of the damage he dealt to me acid?
Oh shit, I forgot about the acid damage. Give me a fortitude save real quick.
Use.
Yes. The question is yes.
She was a copper dragon
Yeah,
barbarian.
Oh, that's your bloodline.
yeah.
Yeah. Me and her.
Are they immune to acid?
Resistant.
Okay.
21 plus. Um. 4 is-
All right. Tracy, you gotta go.
I think so.
Well, I just texted you. I think we're stopping after this combat if he can make it.
21.
Are you
Okay. I was gonna say, every time I blink, it gets a little more serious.
I gotcha. Okay.
Don't blink.
Yeah, stop blinking for a
If
while.
you gotta bail, we can,
We
at
can-
the end of this, we're almost to the end of the.
This round.
This round, we'll stop at the end of this round.
Okay.
That be okay, Tracy?
Well, yeah, but I don't want everybody else to have to stop.
Oh, no, I mean, it's almost 11 o'clock.
It's almost
so
11, yeah.
Don't worry.
Okay, technically, I never really started.
Yeah.
You had
There's
3
that.
chances to see it.
I
No,
know.
and Tracy, you've already gone, so unless you have something that you're thinking that you want to do before the end of the round.
I could use my
You
free
could
action,
probably bail
cheating,
out at
but
this
that
point.
wasn't gonna
Would that be
work.
okay?
I heard part of it.
I'm saying that you've already gone, since you're at the top of the order, we're gonna finish this round and we're gonna stop. Since you've already gone, if you need
If
to
you wish,
bail
you can
out-
sign off now.
Unless you have something else that you want to do, you can sign off now.
I don't have anything else. Thanks, guys.
All right,
And Les, if you would talk to Don about what I talked to
I'll
you
talk to
about.
John about June. Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks.
See you,
All right.
Trace.
Good night, Tracy.
Bye.
Tracy,
All right, where were we? Oh, the creature just thing. So Elib, your fortitude save, you did not get any acid on you. You are okay.
Even attacked.
And did 20 points of damage.
20 points of damage. Okay, good. Your attacks, your claw attacks, stab into this creature, and
They are considered magical while I'm raging.
That's fine. We're not looking at a DR situation here. What we're looking at is a creature who is partially ooze and partially solid. And the ooze parts are acidic. So I need you to roll a fortitude save for each of those attacks to see if you've hit the acidic parts.
Okay.
As you plunge your claws into this.
If-
creature.
How much?
26 and 13.
13 is a miss, so you will take some acidic damage from that. 3 points of damage.
Which she ignores because she's resistant.
Okay, that's fine. But you could feel sort of the acid burning away at the interior of your claws as you plunge the
It's
claws in.
exfoliating.
Yeah, there you go.
Creature sort of staggers back a little bit and is surprised. I mean, you get the vibe that it's surprised by this attack. But now you have
Especially because it's barehanded.
yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't, you don't
There's
get you don't get the idea that it recognizes barehanded versus sword. It doesn't strike you as a intelligent creature, but more of a bit of a force of nature. All right, where is Cesyll?
She's in the other room with
Cesyll
me.
went Leroy Jenkins.
She is going to pass you and stab that
Wow.
guy.
That's the whole thing.
Sure, now that the trap.
Leroy Jenkins.
Ooh, okay, so you see she misses one where the creature sort of like puts its hand up, but she hits him. Oh shit. She stabs him pretty hard in the abdomen. And you can see her trying to sort of like toss him to the side. It's not working very well, but you can see her, she's like, "Arr, get out of the way. And but she's buried her saber in that guy. Jex, you're up. What are you doing over there?
I moved to behind the barrel that shot that frost thing,
Okay,
and I cast acid splash at this guy.
okay. Give me a trap perception check when you get a moment.
Can do that.
You can do it after your acid splash.
Okay, acid splash first. Okay.
Kiss my ass.
Kiss my acid splash.
Acid splash.
Okay, so this is also a range touch attack.
Yep.
15 plus 7, so
More
that
than
should
enough. So
hit.
the acid hits this creature and you hear it sizzling on its brine covered body.
Ooh, hot stuff.
What do you say to this guy? Hey, dude. I mean that from
Cause I
salt
can
water.
pick it up later.
3 points of acid damage.
Okay. You can see it boiling away off.
It actually hurts him.
Yeah, it does seem to hurt him.
That's the first time acid has hurt anything in here.
You see him sort of like wiping away. The salt water
He's wiping
seems
his
to, you're not
acid.
sure if it interacts with it, you're not sure if it's protecting him. But it does seem to, I mean, you can see blisters erupt on the creature's forehead where you hit him. And you don't get the impression that he likes that at all.
I say, drop your weapons and surrender, or you're all
What
dead.
language do you say that in? Common?
Come.
Common's for common.
Common
What do you say?
used.
Oh, that was my trap perception there.
Oh, what did you roll?
So I rolled an 18.
18.
Wait. I rolled an 18. Plus 8, 26.
The trap is expended and will not activate again. However, there are mechanisms on the back of the barrel that if you were to do those mechanisms, you could reactivate the trap because there's a reservoir. of
Okay,
this
I'm
thing.
gonna start positioning.
You're getting ready to do the thing. So you're moving the barrel at this
I'm
point?
gonna turn the barrel so it's
Okay.
facing one of them.
Okay.
You're gonna use it
Duswar.
like a cannon.
Yeah.
Okay. Seeing Elib get injured like that, I'm bursting again, ignoring the creature.
Okay.
The big ooze, half
The
whatever it
Ooze
is.
dog thing.
Yeah.
The ooze dog.
5 points back.
5 points, everybody.
Thank you.
That's for Cecil also, if she's hurt.
Yeah. And for Grady.
Fine.
Got it, thanks.
I don't think she's been hit. No, she has not been.
Oh, okay.
She's been in a lot of danger.
She's been in a lot of danger, but nothing's attacked her.
Nothing's managed to tap her. All right.
Anything else, Dustwar?
Anything else, Doug?
I mean, the only thing I can do is take a maybe a step back. The idea is to give me more space. So I have time to I have to take a whole round to summon a creature. So
Like a step back into the
just to,
into the cell block.
yeah,
All right, move him back 5 feet into that, would you?
Yeah.
I will.
All right, and last but not least, Grady, you are awake. You have something along the lines of 8 hit
8
points.
hit points.
The creature has passed you. You're laying there, covered in acid and goo,
Mhm.
and frankly, a little embarrassed. What are you gonna do?
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna burst.
Are you allowed to do that? Okay, sure. You're gonna burst.
Hello.
You have select
Capable.
channels?
Yeah, just eliminate the blob creatures and anybody. Six hit points back.
6 hit points back for everybody near Grady.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, Grady, are you gonna stand up? Because you're
I'm gonna
bursting,
stand up
you're
then.
bursting from a
Oh,
Prone
shit.
position.
Yeah,
sort of a resting.
I guess,
position.
yeah, but I can do that from.
Yeah,
resting
you can
position.
do,
Sure.
yeah.
Then we'll try to stand up.
Could burst from a naked position.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna stand up. Yeah, and there's nobody around you, so you can stand up easily.
Okay.
And nothing provokes.
Yep.
So you're back. on
I'm
your
back
feet
up,
with what, 7, 8 hit points?
8 plus the
Well-
6 I got, so.
14.
Ooh, you can't stand up. You are disabled, which means you can do 1 action per round, which. means you
Oh,
are-
so the burst is
So
back.
you're still down on the ground.
I'm down. That's okay. I got more hit points though.
All right, that's the end of the round. You guys want to do one more? Without Bella?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do it. Doug, what do you think?
Well, again, unless something happens, I only got one more burst. So it's either a burst or I'm gonna do this round to summon a creature. So I'm fine. I just gotta go upstairs, 10:45.
You were already in the process of summoning a creature. What creature were you summoning?
A lemur.
Like a monkey?
No, a devil.
Oh, a lemur. Okay, all right. The lemur would arrive this round. I don't have a lemur thing ready. So we're gonna use this guy as your lemur. All right, so let's hold on a second. So Bella's out. The thing would be next. So let's do it. Let's do this by the numbers. The thing is going to step forward and attack Elib. He doesn't have to step forward. He's right there for full attack. As these arms of ooze and shit come at you.
Well, hopefully not literally shit.
Not literally shit. It's not a shit machine. It's an acid creature.
Not yet.
Ooh, natural 20 and natural 18. You guys can come look if you want.
I don't trust you, but I don't want to look.
All right. So plus 10, 28. Is that a hit too?
Yeah.
All right. So confirming the crit, 15 plus 10, 25.
Yep.
Shit, that is another confirmed natural attack crit. Uh-oh.
The bad guy did that?
Yeah, 2 Elib. Target suffers max damage and 2d4 bleed. The crit is called nicked an artery.
No, you didn't take the bleed damage from before because of the
Correct.
bursting.
Yeah, the bleed
Right.
damage is done.
Yeah, got healed.
That's gonna get more.
Yeah, he
bleed.
got healed. So
So max is 11, which you will take, and then 2d4 bleed, and you're bleeding again. Hold on, let me roll that. I gotta grab these d4s. 5 points of bleed, and that will recur. Let me just threw my controller on there.
25 for 42 saves.
25. Both of those are fine. From the you're talking about the acid damage. Okay, and then the second attack, which is just a regular attack, which hit but did not do.
I might be better at that.
It wasn't a
than I know
crit.
everything else.
So you basically get slammed max 11, another 11 points of damage.
Cool.
Oh,
Are you still up?
Yeah, barely.
oh.
So you are bleeding 5, remember?
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, that's the thing. Elib, you're up. What do you do?
Claw.
Claw on the creature. All right, do
Is
it.
the creature almost dead? Damn.
Possibly.
You got
27 and
Hit.
23.
both of those are hits.
And then it's going to be another 20 points of damage.
Okay. So you rip out pieces of it, and
Fortitude.
it seems to not even pay attention as pieces are ripped out of it.
I don't
I
think
need you to roll those fortitude
Fortitude.
saves.
Yeah, 17 and 22.
Those are fine. So you managed to avoid the acid damage, and you've ripped out pieces of it, but it's still. It seems like every time you rip out a big wad of acid or some sort of ooze from it, it sort of just like
Falls
reforms.
back in.
Now it's not 100%, but it doesn't seem to be destroying it, and it still has a fair amount of hit point. Cesyll, where's Cesyll? Cecil's gonna attack that guy twice. Ooh, there's one hit. There, what the those? All right, so you see. All right, so Cesyll, who's in that room? Jex, you're the only one in the room. You see Cesyll rear back with her saber, and she's like, "Mm." And she stabs this guy, and you hear it like, and it falls.
She's got some pent up hostility in that girl.
And she runs into this room. You're not sure what's going on in there, but she just blasts into there
Yep.
and disappears from your vision. You can
Okay.
hear her yelling, "Ah!" That kind of thing. Jex, you're up.
Okay, tell me it's a disabled device to get this to trigger.
It is.
I do it.
All right, so what are you doing? So you're like wheeling the barrel around,
No, no.
reactivating the thing.
I just kind of like turned it to face this guy here
Okay.
and set it off.
And then boom, you're setting it off. Okay. I need a ranged attack roll from you.
Okay.
You can't use my dice. No, actually, you could.
No. We will get mine back.
No, go ahead, use my money.
You say that now.
Here, use this one.
Can't see the number.
I will. You ready?
A lot of ones on that one. If you roll a 1, we're gonna have an interesting time. Because that barrel's gonna explode on you.
Cool.
Oh, what'd you roll?
+7.
Plus 7, 13. Hold on, I gotta check. On that guy,
He's gonna.
his AC is 13.
Yes.
All right, so
He's dead.
so you whirl this thing around, and you're like, boom, and all of a sudden it's like, and a big jet of like some sort of super cool fluid comes shooting out of the front of the barrel. That guy's like, ooh, roll 5d6.
That's not supposed to happen.
Well, 5d6. Yeah.
Oh, fudge.
It's 10 points. He's still alive. But he's covered in this
I
ice.
slowed one.
Well, he's not slowed one, but he's covered in ice, and you can see him sort of like trying to like undo this kind of thing. You got him a glancing blow.
Do I think this barrel has more charges left in
I
it?
think it might have 1 or 2 more charges.
Okay.
All right. Duswar.
Well, the lemure is gonna appear right next to this blobbish creature. He gets
Uh-huh.
two claws. First claw, 20 to hit.
Okay, that's a hit.
Second claw, 22 to hit.
That is also a
A
hit.
hit, and it's not much damage, but he is resistant to acid, so.
What creature is this?
Lemur, Lemure, it's a devil.
All right, so it's just like.
Yep.
right. How much damage?
Not much, but like I said, he's immune to acid, so give me a second, I gotta get the die 4 out.
You just summon an evil creature. I'm okay with that.
Bother me.
2 plus 2 plus slippery fingers, and I can't get the goddamn thing out of there. There we go. 2 plus,
It's like a personal problem.
I know, 2, total of 4.
4. Okay, it's still alive, but
Yeah,
the leader was able to like, and it does not worry about acid damage. So he just like plunges
Nope.
at it. All right, that is Dustwire. Are so you have manufactured creatures. What are you going to do, if anything, you personally? Because you can do something. You have a full round.
Like, kill your barbarian if you have anything left.
Or kill the barbarian if you have anything left.
Oh, I have 1, yeah, okay, I can burst.
Yep.
Yep, then I got 1 burst left.
You don't have to. I mean, you
Oh,
can
yeah.
probably save it for later.
And everybody except that creature gets a total of 8 points back.
8 points
Thank you.
back. All right. That's Dustwire, and then last but not least, Radiant.
Am I still disabled?
You're still disabled, so you get 1 action. So you're still out there in the hallway. Nobody's attacking you or anything. So if you want to stand,
Heals, doesn't that cancel disable?
I was gonna say, gee whiz, he's got 4 bursts in him.
hold on a second.
Yeah,
I don't know that it cancels disable,
I
but
can't imagine why it wouldn't.
I don't know.
well, DM Phenom would be one reason. Hold on a second.
Trying to
Disable.
make the encounter more deadly.
Yeah, be much more trouble. Uh,
Character is disabled until.
Disabled. The character with 0 hit points or one of his negative hit points, but it becomes stable and conscious is disabled. Disabled creature may take a single move or standard action each round, but not both.
But he's not negative.
A disabled character, he was negative.
Oh, negative.
Right.
With negative hit points, recovers hit points naturally. Blah blah blah. Character takes penalty. Will fail his check. Costs both.
How does it become
Yeah.
not disabled anymore?
Right.
But it's saying that they're negative. Even if they're stable and negative, they're still disabled.
Correct, but if you're magically healed, is the argument, right? Is the argument is
Right.
if you get magically healed, from
Once
the
you're
point-
healed,
if disabled, then you're not disabled anymore.
right,
And frankly, I'm leaning towards that agreement with that. Because there's nothing here that says that
The disabled lasts for X amount of time
Yeah.
or whatever.
otherwise each day character takes a penalty on this roll. Once the character makes his check, he continues to heal naturally, is no longer in danger of losing hit points. Yeah, I think if you were magically hit points, that would obviate the disabled condition. So you are back to 2 actions.
Okay, if I can stand up, that's
Okay,
one.
stand up, that's 1.
But just, who's this here? Is that one of the a bad guy?
I don't know.
who,
This guy here.
That's what, the lemur that Doug just summoned.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the ghost like looking thing. That's
you've
a-
never seen it before.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
says
that's right. No, you
the
never
sort
seen
of
that
weirdo
before.
creature.
But you see it's attaching.
Firebolt that guy.
Firebolt the creature that attacked you.
Yeah.
Okay.
$14.
14 is a hit
That is
with
good.
firebolt. Because firebolt uses touch, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Range touch.
Okay.
The damage is on that. I should have checked that before.
Probably D6 plus like half your caster level.
Yeah. Yep, 6+2. Three.
3 points, all
Damn.
right, excellent. He's still alive, but he is unhappy.
Good. Made me unhappy too.
All right, that is the end of the round. Bella is gone. I think we have decided that we're gonna stop here.
Yeah.
All right, well, this was friggin' awesome.
It was.
Awesome. Except for the part where
And I love gaming with pets.
Other
We're
than
gonna
that,
stop the
freaking-
recording here, if I can even figure out how to do it.
press the stop recording button.
That's what I'm looking for, can't find it.
Top,
Oh, it's at the bottom.
is it the bottom?
I think it's the bottom.
The bottom of the top.
There you go, no, you're right. It's
It's the top.